Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Crosby scores from Malkin. The trio does it again. Logan Stanley to the circle. Stanley shoots, scores! What a laser! Ripped it through the middle. Pustinov is stabbed left to the cage. Backhand, he scores! Games of the homestand to have a low turnover game. They're top 5 in contested shots. And they didn't get to Curry in time.
Jackson, no whistle, turnover. Black on the drive. Take that with you.
This is a team that has a lot of heart. And we know that we have to be on point, or the same thing that happened a year ago is going to happen again when we get down 20 points. And we had to scramble and fight and claw and found a way to steal one. But we can't rely on that. You can't go and give a team on their home floor a big lead and an advantage like that. We have to continue with the mindset of where we've been on the road so far this season in league and get off to a great start. That is the reason that we've had success to this point. And Northwestern has had a way of jumping on us early, and we got to be ready. We got to be ready from the jump.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
How could you forget?
I could never forget. We just had a great time out there on Wednesday.
Well, I had a great time independent of being with you.
Well,
everybody else.
That's hurtful.
Ready?
I just thought we were going to be friends.
No, we're cool.
Oh, okay.
You did something kind.
I did, yeah. I told you I was going to.
I've tabulated all your nice things.
Mm-hmm.
One was huge.
Okay.
The second one is, that's kind.
Yeah.
Then the third one I didn't know. It snuck up on me until I started paying attention to, my monthly statements. And then this is Vice, so you're at 4.
I would say the third one's pretty big.
It was so stealthy and very unassuming. And I thought it was more my stupidity of paying
not paying attention? Okay.
Yeah, but this is cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
I don't know what number 2 is, just so you know. I know what number 1 is. I don't know what number 2 is. I know what number 3 is. And this is number 4.
Yeah. 2. I'll tell you about 2 later.
That's fine.
So I want to tell you a true story.
Yeah, so the reason I didn't bring you one yesterday, to be honest, is because I was like, oh, he's not going to eat it.
Yeah, so that's legit.
Yeah. So, I just didn't – I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, oh, he loves oatmeal cream pies. And then I was like, he's not going to eat that, though.
Yeah, so on a humbug, I did a grocery pickup. I ordered from said grocery store. And for whatever the reason, the one closest to me does not allow for in-store pickup.
Oh, okay.
So I have to go to a different one. It's not far.
Mm-hmm.
It's by the DMV. It's by bank.
Okay, yeah, I know
so
where that
it's
is.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I just got my title, my car papers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in like a fancy FedEx thing.
Oh, because you had
yesterday.
You had like a 90-day tag, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you had some leeway there.
Yeah, but I'm scared, right? Because I'm driving around while I don't have the proper paperwork, and sometimes it can.
And you don't have certain advantages that other people might have.
No, you're not. No brush.
Oh, okay.
No brush or strokes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
We're not.
What'd I do?
We're not doing that.
You started it.
I don't need you to pounce on it. So I was always a little nervous.
Yeah,
but
understandably so.
Yeah, I officially got all my stuff yesterday.
Do you do the thing where you take?
I'm like, hey Alexa, what's this thing on my porch? You have a delivery. So I changed her voice.
Did you? Is she British now?
No, she's pretty call center-ish Midwest.
She's not like computery Siri though.
No,
or Alexa.
No, I got rid of her.
Okay. So it sounds more like a person.
Yeah, well, Siri was like, I had a bone to pick with her because she only calls one person in our house by name.
It's Jay or Zoe?
It's Jenny.
Okay.
And I'm like, listen, I talk to you more than anybody. How do you not know my name?
You have to tell it.
Well, clearly I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, I'm sorry, such and such. I need to build a profile. And I was like, yeah, I ain't doing all that. I don't even know how. Like, I talk to myself. I'm not going to sit here and just talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she kept lighting up, and I thought she had notifications. Usually there's 3 things I want her to notify me of.
Mm-hmm.
When I need to grab Micah's lunch, when there's going to be rain, and when there's going to be snow.
It's going to rain.
It's very imperative when you have super boogers or little dogs running around, right? You know what I mean? What now?
Can I pet that dog?
That's a me problem. When you said super boogers, I thought you meant kids.
Wow. The hate is strong in this one. You do belong on the dark side.
My bad.
He said I thought.
I did. And then you go, I was like, super boogers. Oh, like the little munchkins. And you're like, like dogs. And I was like, oh, I'm a bad person.
Yeah, I guess you are. So
I brought you a treat though.
Yeah, I got them swapped out, and she told me, she said there's like, it's not Siri, it's Alexa Plus or something like that.
Yeah, it's not the iPhone one.
And everybody else smarter than me, like Caleb or like everybody that has Apple products in our house can turn on and off the TV with Alexa. I don't know anything. I go and
get the remote,
I
old school
that remote, and I turn that thing on, and there's always these other possibilities, but I'm super slow. So I finally changed her voice. So there were 4 female voices and 3 dude voices. Don't do the dude voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I feel like my house would be attacked by AI.
I would do if I had to pick voices, I would pick the British lady voice. I like a British voice.
Yeah, so I talked to Oklahoma Tyler the other day, and his car the lady that talks to him in his car.
Yeah.
Like he can change languages,
dialects, really.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was like
you go like Southern on him?
That's kind of not what I was thinking, but sure, I guess.
What do you mean?
I don't know. No. See?
I don't know. If you're not talking about like Southern, I don't know what dialects you mean.
It's different.
Oh, okay.
And so anywho, I changed that. But I am I'm 3 hours into this thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I got a appointment with the vet today. So I have a 9.5-year-old dog that acts like he's 34.
Okay.
I'm starting to see the ridges in his spine, can barely walk. The middle one is now all of a sudden like broke back Midwest, where I thought he had IVDD. It's just a pinched nerve in his back. You are a 4-year-old.
I didn't know what you meant.
Anywho.
It could have gone a lot of ways.
Yeah, I know. You're a dummy. So he acts like broke back Midwest.
Okay. Got a little back problem.
Yeah, and then I got like this little super princess that thinks she runs the house too. I got enough of those problems.
I was gonna
so I don't need one more.
So you got Zoe in the form of a dog, basically?
Man. Or her mom.
Now you got you're ganged up on. There's 3 of them.
But Bella is like holding it down. For right now, she is the best behaved of the bunch.
Bella?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little one.
Biggie's bodily functions are super touch and go now, so I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
Biggie or Buddha, the middle one, can't keep anything down, so he's kind of just like throwing up now.
Oof.
And I'm like, you were my rock, little dude, my little muscle head. Like, Biggie was the dude with the iron gut, or Buddha with the iron gut. It's 1:30 last night. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. There's not a lot worse than waking up to the sound of your dog throwing up.
Man, so I'm like
nothing will wake me up faster.
You're definitely going to the chiropractor. We're getting you off the meds.
Yeah.
Because we got a listener, Tyler, who was like, hey, heard about your dog. If you're looking for some alternatives to medicine. I was like, my dog's not going to blow trees. He's like, no, not that. Because everybody's into the THC stuff for the dogs. And fireworks.
I've given my dogs
of course you have.
CBD.
Of course you
Dude, they hate fireworks.
Of course you have.
They hate them.
So anyway, man, I am like a legit 4 hours into this. I remember I asked Slick Nick, I'm like, hey, I know sleep was part of this deal with the Sarah Moylan and the Oaktown 157 and the Pentagon 500. And
Oaktown?
whatever.
Clip joint?
I was like, well, when am I going to start sleeping? He's like, oh, your body may recalibrated.
Yeah.
So you may just need a solid 4 now.
Yeah.
I've had probably 3 dreams in the last 90 days, which is 3.
That's a lot for you.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And none of them are good.
Well, that's not great.
No, I'm not one of those guys. But it's foreshadowing.
Oh, no, I just mean.
I dreamed that there were 3 boogeymen. Nah, that's not me.
No, I just mean if you're going to have dreams, I'd rather them not be like, because you wake up and you're like all like revved up already. That's not good.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Hey, numbnuts, save the broke back jokes.
I didn't say anything.
I'm talking to.
I didn't say anything.
A bunch of idiots.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
We've got some people in the chat already wondering what.
I have not logged in. What am I missing? I just got off and running because
I was nice today.
No, you kind of tried to lead me into nonsense.
I would never.
Shane, good morning, buddy. You haven't said anything yet. You alive over there? Took you too long. Peace out. Back to the chat.
Good morning.
You sleep?
No, I just didn't have my mic set.
The whole Brokeback thing threw you off, didn't it?
Hey, now.
You're an all-star.
Get your game on. Go play.
I don't need you cutting into my stand-up routine.
Hey, now.
You're like the hecklers. And I just watched the Chappelle show. He's like, "Hey, calm down. I got this. Let me finish."
I haven't watched the new one yet. Is it good?
I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big Chappelle guy.
Me too. Buka says, I just don't get the meltdowns. If people
Dave Beppo?
I don't know. I think it's spelled with 2 C's.
Now wait a minute. We got
He's
more
new.
newbies.
He's new, yeah.
All right. So
it might be Bucka.
I need to be able to read. Here we go.
He's referencing Ekeler. He says, I just don't get the meltdowns. If people don't want to be here, why would you want them? The grass isn't always greener. Do you think Tony White is enjoying Tallahassee right now?
Dude, there's like zero segue. We're just getting into the Eck and Spec.
Oh, my bad.
But by the way, Dave Beppo, he has his own nickname, so I can't give him a nickname.
You could call him DeBeppo.
Even though I do like to give nicknames, but I did talk about Buka de Beppo
just a couple days ago.
Yeah. So it's good to see Buka. I'm going to go with the sturdies today.
Oh, you got to.
Well, it might be some good intel.
Well, and it's windy today. You got to keep,
Well, I haven't been out just walking around. I am now letting Bella, since she goes out at different times, I found a spot. I have a notebook. This is my best Jacob Badilla you're ever going to get. I have charted the duration between eating, peeing, and poop, all of that.
Yeah.
Seeing if I'm going to map this thing out because it's only been 9-10 days. And I have the general locations. I have now steered her away from going under the deck. And I have it roughly pinpointed.
So she goes the same spots every time?
Oh, I would love to say that. Let's just say generally the same spot.
That's good. I mean, she's young still.
Yeah.
That's good.
Extremely. She's a 16-weeker.
Yeah.
And she's a
little one.
I was going to say runt.
Yeah, I think you could say runt.
Yeah, I don't. You get a little carried away with the would you say or be specific or enunciate better. So I want to make sure you understand that I said runt.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know you wouldn't say the other one.
Yeah, I just told you that the other day.
Yeah. I don't either.
All right. So I'm putting on my jams. And my man, so are we going with Buka?
Juan T is also potty training a new puppy. Juan, what kind of puppy you got, bud?
Juan's probably just saying that to lure me back in. Juan really wants to be my hangout buddy.
I like Juan.
Which, by the way, I feel like I got shafted on the draft.
Oh, yeah. Who was that? That was Dank.
Anthony.
That was Dank.
So that's his government?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's Dank, though. I know that for sure. I don't know if that's
his government.
Yeah.
Can I call him Ant?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I'm not asking you. I got to ask him.
I think he's okay with it. He drafted for us. I think we get a little leeway here.
So wait a minute. Are we making any generalizations based on the name?
Oh, I think he said he does.
So not Dank.
Oh.
His government.
Oh, based on his name, I'm guessing heavy Italian.
Right.
Yeah. I feel comfortable with that. The last name, too. First name, last name combo is like heavy Italian.
Yeah. So
Dank, are you Italian? If you're in the chat, let me know.
and he's a younger guy too.
Oh, look, Rico's got the draft up there. So Dank came out.
How does Rico have his hands on this?
This is on Twitter.
Oh God, Rico doesn't miss a goddamn thing.
No, he doesn't.
Rico, shouldn't you be at some televised college events? You're everywhere. Like, what? Why aren't you busy? That's all I want to know.
He is busy. He's doing this.
He has like 34 kids under 5. Like, he should be like not able to just produce this stuff.
So
I got the shaft.
Yeah, you really did. Austin made a funny joke though, because they put Rico as the defensive coordinator here.
Yeah.
And he goes, Rico's got 3 kids. He ain't played a lick of defense.
Everybody's scoring. I'm sorry, that's childish.
No, that's funny though. That's right.
Sorry.
Yeah,
like look at my team.
Yeah, you got shafted a little bit.
This is not fun.
Although Headley's a good pick.
No,
Headley and Kobe are good picks.
Oh wait, I didn't see that he gave me Kobe.
Yeah, you got Kobe and Headley, and you got Funky Giblets. Funky Giblets is good.
Yeah, but he gave me Nortat captain and game dog.
I know,
dude. Kobe, they would
Kobe, them and Kobe.
There's just
not a lot of team chemistry there.
No, it would be like Ja'Cory Barney and Kenneth Williams. I need to be the strong returner. No, I do. I'm bringing this thing out anyway. Guys, calm down. Stop fighting.
Hey,
I'm going to stop fighting.
Why don't we just fair catch? You're 8 yards deep. Chill. I don't care who catches it.
No, Kobe has neither one of them have chill.
No, they don't.
It would be a bunch of STFUs and watch them out. And don't talk like they would be talking crazy to one another. And we know they all cuss.
You gotta just try and wrap your arms around the crazy though. Try and harness that energy.
I was bummed. I was glad. Thank you for at least giving me Kobe and Headley.
You did.
Headley will make me laugh. Giblets is super timely. And I just picked on myself. I took it upon myself to just start calling him Jibs. I don't know if he's.
That's okay.
Do you think could I just call him? I don't want to say Funk because I'd be forcing myself to enunciate correctly every single time.
Yeah, Jibs is fine, I think. I know who you're talking about if you say Jibs.
Yeah, I want to know Jibs or Funky or whatever. I need to know where Funky Giblets came from.
Kobe says, I'm a team player, DB. I will do what's best for the team.
No, I don't believe a word of that. I've been slaughtered by that dude. He's an opportunist.
So I will say you got good assistants though. You got Shane and Austin as your assistants.
Yeah, I'll rock with Austin.
And I think
no offense, Shane, but we still have to tell you what to do too much. But Austin's bossy, so
I think he gave me Avery as my OC though, so I'll take that.
Yeah, I feel like I have the weakest team.
It
is definitely the most divisive. Can you imagine
for sure
Austin
the most
and Shane? Just my staff.
Can you
not only would my players be fighting,
yeah,
Austin and Shane would be like
at each other's throats.
Yeah.
And then Austin would be at half your team's throats too. It'd be a lot.
Austin would just be trying to weave in 308 references every
constantly.
6 seconds.
Sydney mentioned, Carney mentioned, Sydney mentioned.
Hey guys,
Western
with
Nebraska
that return,
mentioned.
We need to head west. Return that thing west.
You're like, don't do that. No, stay in the 308. Take a kneel down in the 308.
Like, hey, Jimmy Neutron, chill.
Funky says he's a good peacemaker coach.
Is he?
It's what he says.
All right. We need some OAR. I want peace.
Juan wants to be somebody's water boy.
Why didn't I get Juan?
So there's a lot of people that were left out of the draft. I want to make sure people know we did not draft these. This was given to us as a mock draft.
Yeah, so we can build on this.
This is a Mel Kiper situation.
Because I only got one of like my potential first rounders.
After I think maybe in the summer we do an actual fan draft, listener draft.
This would be funny.
It'd be funny to do.
This would be because I think it would be I have to get a little bit more of their temperaments.
Yeah.
Especially as we get into the season with like real takes because some of these guys are so new.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, man. Like we might have to have his seemingly his.
You say Hispanic, it's fine. Latino.
That subgroup,
yeah,
would be. We got SkyMax.
We're pretty strong.
We got Lupe.
Yeah.
We've got my man Joe All to the Good.
Mm-hmm.
We got Juan. So, and who got Asian Wyatt? Did anybody get Asian Wyatt?
Yeah, Rico got Asian Wyatt.
Well, of course.
Headley says happy to come to Hurrdat and sit in the draft room waiting for my name to be called.
Oh, you're already off the board.
Jack says if you leave me out, I'm moving to another show. Jack, you were one of the first people I mentioned yesterday.
So I need no.
I know. Yeah, Cactus Jack is yours. I understand.
Yeah, you got to give me Jack.
But Jack was one of the names I mentioned. Also, we need
Plus, I need some mature. Look at my stats.
Yeah, you need some veteran presence there.
Yeah,
you need some veteran presence.
If anybody, as a matter of fact, I love Juan. I think I do. But he would add to the dysfunction, I think. I got to start with Jack. I do, because it's kind of been my ride.
That's your guy.
And he's mature.
Headley, this was a mock draft. This is like Mel Kiper 1.0. We're not even close to the real draft yet.
Dude, is Headley mad?
Well,
he's got the best coach.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not everybody can play for Avery.
I know. That's what I mean. Why do you think I hired her as my offensive coordinator?
Shots fired.
No, we'll do a so like Travis was upset. Travis S was upset he wasn't picked. I just want people to know if you weren't picked, this wasn't us.
So
this is a mock draft.
We need to slot these guys based on their personality too, because some of these guys are tailor-made. Some would be good. The money spending guys / GM. Some should be the player relations guys. Yeah. Like Travis could be a fantastic player relations.
Yeah.
Because he's very level-headed.
We have to set ground rules. This is like, is it people we've met in person before?
Oh, some of this is like Stevie. Well, you guys don't
going blind.
Stevie. Some of this is like Ray Charles, man, where we just like
or Ronnie Millsap. Apparently, he's a blind white.
Who's Ronnie Millsap?
I don't know. My mom texted me though. She brought it up the other day. She goes, "You know who Ronnie Millsap is?" I was like, "No."
Dude, she quietly?
Yeah.
She's a gem. Like, there's way more in there than you would get with just the visual. She's actually low-key funny.
No, she's very funny. Yeah. She kills me a little bit sometimes.
As she should.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. When Dank wakes up, is he up smoking with us yet?
I don't think so.
But anyway, to Beppo's point, I appreciate your vantage point. I now am officially going to put on my readers. Because Headley, I'm potty trained. That's always a blessing. So Buka says,
that's why I don't
read
know.
The first one.
That's why I don't know who he is. Says Ronnie is a country western star. Yeah, that's why I don't know who he is.
Oh, so you don't, what are you on?
I don't listen to a lot of country music.
All right.
That's just, you know that about me.
Headley, were any of us in those dreams? See, this is why I take my glasses off. Some of it I don't need to be reading.
I think you need to know. It's important.
All right, can we start with Buka's?
Yeah,
Buka's original point.
I'm trying to get back to it. It was like 20 minutes
Shane,
ago.
I'm going to need you to actually produce.
There we go. I got
AJ
it. I got
and Suave.
I just don't get the meltdowns. If people don't want to be here, why would you want them? The grass isn't always greener. Do you think Tony White is enjoying Tallahassee right now?
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Can we stop? Those two those two situations
very different.
Couldn't be more different.
Very different.
And neither. Even though one guy is, this is just my opinion. But I know Tony White's lock stock.
Yeah,
like lock stock. And you could somehow draw the correlation back with Eck to Rule and how we got here. But from my vantage point, neither one of those are directly associated with Coach Rule's decision making.
Well, we know
and the situations couldn't be further apart.
We know two things for sure, right, about these situations. Number one, Coach Rule told us on the Zach Gelb show that he offered Mike Ekeler an extension to be either the first or second highest paid special teams coordinator in the country.
And you know, when he speaks on that out loud, everybody can hear if there's something that you want to pick a bone at.
Sure.
Right? Like it's out there.
Yes.
Okay.
But
so if Eck or whomever else doesn't agree with what was said, at some point they can say something.
Yes. But no one has said anything, so I'm going to assume
and he's not yet.
I'm going to assume that's true, that he did offer him an extension that would have made him first or second highest paid special teams coordinator in the country. So we know that he was trying to keep him midseason.
Correct.
Right? This is a thing that – so whatever – I know a lot of people will be like, oh, it never seemed like they got along or whatever. Listen, that contract extension was real. Mike Ekeler decided not to sign it. I don't know what you want to do there, okay? The other part, I know for a fact that Coach Rule was trying to keep Tony White and Terrence Knighton in Lincoln.
100%.
Like, I can't tell you how I know, but I know.
Well, I intimated too. The recruiting signing day special
Was chaotic
was
because that's the same day that was happening.
Was very, very stressful. Yes, you can use. No, you can't. Yes, like it was very fluid.
So I feel comfortable saying, without a doubt, that Coach Rule was trying to keep those two guys as well. Tony White seems like it was a family thing. Needed to get back to Florida.
No comment.
That's the speculation. I'll just leave that where it is. And Mike Ekeler, for whatever reason, it seems like maybe he wants to be a position coach again. Wants to maybe move on. The other thing I will say about Mike Ekeler, and somebody brought this up in the chat yesterday, I can't remember who it was. Mike Ekeler has not been anywhere in college football for more than 4 years.
So let's do this. This is just me, and I like the fact we're different because I think it makes this work. For me, I'm only going to talk about facts.
Sure.
Because I'm big. The end game for me is I want people to be individual what? Thinkers. And I also want people to be able to not make sweeping generalizations just because something has been a certain way before. For example, por ejemplo, for some of my folks out there, Juan, I am not talking to you. Notice I just said Juan. I didn't.
Juan?
No. Oh, what? No. Just because there's Bob Wagers, self-inflicted.
Yes.
Right? Now, you could make the case, hey, why was he there to begin with? But the answer to that would be, listen, Texas roots, able to get me intel here, have insight and an inside track to these guys here. Pretty good coach. Think he's an up-and-comer. Going to do this. Different than Joey McGuire, where it's – wait, is it Joey? No, it's
Little McGuire. Garrett.
Yeah. It's a little guy's name. It's not. I work with a Garrett. Oh. He's like almost 65. It's not a little guy's name. Where McGuire was, hey, I want to build this culture. I'm going to roll the dice to get out in front. I'm fairly good at this coaching tree thing. At least I have been. I want to be out in front of this. Help me set the culture with this group of wide receivers that I think I'm inheriting. Didn't work out. Moved on. Different than Wager. Different than McGuire. What do they have in common? Well, of course, Coach Rule. Let's take Sat's not in the discussion. Who else?
Foley.
Coop is his thing.
Coop.
That's self-inflicted.
Foley.
So that's interesting because his first stop, when he got a chance to make a bigger stop, Coach Foley stayed at his previous
stayed at Temple.
Stayed there. Then he came back and got him. That could be a deal. Again, I'm just allowing you to not just group think and think, well, it looks like this. Because most of the time when we make these summations, it just depends on whether we like a guy or not.
Yeah.
So I'm refraining from that.
Everything goes through the prism.
I'm just talking about the facts. I think Coach Rule would probably say or explain, hey, listen, you know what? I wanted to come back and get Ed. This is part of what we want to do. I need a guy in this role. From a relation standpoint, I got to canvas Nebraska. I want to hit the ground running all at once. Pretty sure we can get by or do good enough or be good, whatever he thought, I don't know, with special teams. That didn't work. Ziggy, still do this part. I'm going to move on from that.
Yep.
You can own that. Like, that's fine, right?
100%.
And then we talked about the defensive line. Butler, very similar, in my opinion, to Coach Foley.
That's what I thought.
Very, in my opinion, you're trying to look for a seamless transition, a seemingly seamless transition.
And it just didn't work.
And it didn't work. Now, what you have to be careful of. No, this is just a different vantage point.
I've got one more, but go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Braden. I don't really know what to do with Braden.
Yeah, did not. So wasn't what he thought.
Fair.
Right? I'm talking about just managing the room.
Yeah.
Aside from the teaching part, the D-line did not look like the way that you want it to. You either, and I think if you had to profile it and you're sitting him down with Criminal Minds and you're like, hey, what just happened? There's all this sorts of forensic evidence. What I would say about Braden is Braden either has to be with really, really young guys, like blank slate,
or really mature guys,
or mature guys,
where he doesn't have to do as much emotional managing.
Correct.
Maybe, yeah, that seems fair. That seems fair.
And sometimes you don't figure that out until you actually watch it work.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like
so he owns that.
Yeah.
Right? This again, difference between an excuse and an explanation is ownership. He owns that. But what I don't want to,
and he moved on immediately.
Yeah.
I mean,
in a hurry.
Yeah.
Right. So, like the overarching thing is we've had all these changes. And if I believe that it's to the if I believe positive, I'll spin it like this. If I believe negative, I'll spin it like this. That's how we are getting our information.
Yes, and those are the people we're getting our information from, people that have already viewed it through that lens.
So
for one lens or the other.
That's why I'm doing it a different way, like than normal, because I would love to take emotion out of it.
Sure.
Can I look at an isolated incident and say that it's different? I'll even use myself, for example. There are some things that I'm going to talk about that I could talk about where I'm going to hit it like 95% accuracy.
Yeah.
Right? So you think, ooh, credible. There are some other things that I will do and you'll be like, what a loser. Like, that is a horrible decision. This guy is a dip bleep. Right? Two things can be true at once. The important thing is to just look at the information as it's presented, real time, blank slate. You've told me since I've been knowing you that is not normal human nature. I'm going to continue to try to do that, so I use different examples. Hey, listen, a lot of guys have written some terrible articles. Doesn't mean everything they say is not going to be true.
Yeah.
Hey, some guys might be a mouthpiece for this guy. Doesn't mean everything they say is not going to be true, or her or him or whatever, right? I think of who's one person I like that a lot of people get mad. I like Nicole Auerbach.
Oh, okay, sure.
Right? Drives people crazy around here, right? There are some things where I know when I want to get certain things.
You can go to that person.
I can go, she's good there. I don't have to like everything.
Yeah.
Right? But I also don't want to be, isn't he wild? That was your boy Ball.
Not my boy.
No, he's your boy. That is definitely your boy, and he did the Lakers. And Benny McLaughlin is very happy this morning. Me?
Not
I got to deal with this idiot, JJ Redick.
Your podcaster.
Zip it. So I just want people to don't do the sweeping thing. Like, you can, but it's just not. You're never going to get that from me. So if you want to be validated on how you think, then you have to listen and get information from the guys and gals that think like you.
Yeah, that agree with you.
So, that's not my vibe. And I apologize. I'm not going to apologize for that, because look at all the guys that I rock with in the chat.
Yeah, all over the place.
They're all over
the map.
It just depends. If I can glean something.
Yeah.
I want to be like.
It's my good piece of cheese thing. You will find the good part of something, even if the rest of it
sometimes
stinks.
They don't really have a ton of redeeming qualities.
But you'll find something.
But it can still keep me balanced. Like, let's say I'm a little too homerific with my vantage point, right? Just because sometimes I could have too much information.
Sure.
And so it clouds my judgment. Usually you think it's just the opposite. But sometimes
it depends.
Yeah.
Just depends on the situation.
So I occasionally would need you're going to laugh, because I definitely don't want him on my team. And there's no long-term sustainability if I'm his coach. I don't want Game Dog on my team, but I will listen to some of the things that he has to say, because there's going to be some information in there that is useful. I don't care what anybody says. He's not wrong 100% of the time.
I mean, nobody is, right?
So
that's kind of the point. Nobody's wrong 100% of the time.
I know that drives you crazy, but my sister would be the same way.
Yeah.
She'd be the same way. I can't tell you, like, political view, like.
I'm a big tipping point guy.
Oh, I know.
Right? So, like, if there's a tipping point, I don't know what the percentage is, but if you're wrong, or I think you think erratically, because it's more about the thought process that gets you there than your conclusion.
But you do realize some people are to the opposite, where if you're too optimistic, it's the other way too. So
totally understand.
Though there are those.
And it's not for me. It's not an optimism pessimism thing. It's just if you're thinking in a way that I think is erratic, I could be right or wrong.
Yeah, this coaching thing, like the inability to just look at the data and want to pick a side.
Yeah,
I think it's a travesty because
it's detrimental.
Well, it's not healthy because if you are riding with, Coach Rule's never going to get this right, then you have somehow lost the inability that the special teams over the last 4 games was not great.
Mm-hmm.
It was not great. If you think that this is on Coach Rule and another good guy, it's like I said, and I didn't even mean to say it like this on social media the other morning because I'm sure the guy that disseminated the information is a good dude. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, stop being so melodramatic. Like, can you imagine what a bad look this would be for Rule? No, I can't. Because, number one, I got a ton of life of experiences where just because it looks like this doesn't mean it's that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stress that enough. No, so I don't think it's a bad look. What I want to do is I want to collect the data or as many points as I can before I get people worked up into a frenzy over how they should feel. Like, that's dangerous, and nobody cares about that. Because what happens is it's like taking advantage of kids that don't have anything at home. They're very easily influenced.
Very much so, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, their stats show that kids with latchkey kids are more apt to join gangs. It's all about the group affiliation and feeling like they can belong. Like, research shows how we think as humans, regardless of what this new generation does, because they think deeply about everything and can't be told what to do. But
apparently,
anyway,
so people tell me.
We need balance.
So people tell me.
Having 4 seasons, it's fine. They'll be fine. We need winter, spring, something like that.
Big hotel guy?
Yeah, we need balance. I am, actually.
I know.
So I say that to say, like, things can be true at once. Special teams was clearly better than a year ago.
And clearly not great over the last 4. Both are true.
I can also tell you that Nebraska special teams had nowhere to go but up.
Absolutely.
So almost anything was going to be better than what it was. Now, what the ceiling is, or whether it's glass or not, like, that remains to be seen if we have a change.
Yeah.
But to think it's all one thing or all that thing on special teams and the prowess is disingenuous to what the numbers actually show. Right? Whether it's the return game, the kick coverage, the development thereof, like, we can't just say, oh, this guy has this, so it's this. We do it with Coach Rule. We do like sometimes you just got to look in there. And I get maybe it's exhausting to actually do that, and you just want to have confirmed what you think, but that ain't going to ever be us. So this is the vantage point that you're already going to get. So I agree with Buka right off the rip because
of that. I don't understand the meltdown.
I don't. We just
can I give you some facts real quick?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
The false floor, i.e., the mock stage, is yours.
All right. To your point about facts. Let's say we've got a coach here, and this is his history. 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, 2 year, 1 year, 2 years, 1 year, 1 year, 4 years, 1 year. Is that a guy you expect to be long-term anywhere?
Pardon?
Is that a guy you expect to be long-term anywhere, if that's his history since in the last 20 years?
No.
No more than 4 years in any one place. A lot of 1 year stops, a lot of 2 year stops. That's a guy that is sort of transient by nature, probably not going to stay in one place any longer. Can I give you another set of facts?
Sure.
Let's say a guy has had multiple roles most of his career. Position coach, position coach, position coach, co-DC, position coach, special teams, DC, position coach, just a position coach, special teams position coach, just special teams, position coach, special teams, just special teams. Does that sound like a guy that likes to coach position?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Mike Ekeler. He doesn't stay in one place very long, and he likes to coach linebackers.
And he's young enough to still want bigger aspirations for his coaching prowess, too.
He's only 54 years old.
So what else would you like for facts?
Well, if you take those,
because if we're going to use the facts that all these coaches have left for whatever the reason, because they're almost all different.
Yeah. All the reasons. Yeah.
They're almost all different. The closest in similarity, in my opinion, with the 30,000-foot view without like sitting him down and risking, as you know, it would probably end up in a fight, literally, is Butler and Foley.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I don't have any.
I would kind of put Satterfield in that conversation.
Yeah. I feel I'm super it's not lax objectivity. It's sure. Is that the same as knowing too much?
It can be.
Right? Because he and I have spent a lot of time talking about the calls when he was at Clemson and his loyalty to Coach Rule and kind of how they think the same. But I also know that Sat's a guy that says he's better being around. He doesn't like to be away from Coach Rule's influence for too long in his personal life. I can rock with that.
Yeah.
There are some people that I'll just call and I'll say, hey, man, I need a touch.
Yeah.
Like that happens.
For sure.
And so, it's up to them to decide what that's worth. It's not my money.
Yeah.
And again, this is the last time I'm going to say this, much like we will be the first show to never bring up Raiola again unless it's relevant to what we're doing, because I'm over that too.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you can't talk about it. Just means you're going to be on the emotional mental clock.
Okay.
In my head, it's going to be like tick, 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 tick. No pressure. It's like, if this is going to be part of my culture building piece, I'm going to never turn down the opportunity. I'm never going to turn around a crisis for a teachable moment. I just was talking to Rizak over the past weekend. And there's certain things that I like about emotional maturity. And one of them is some bad things are going to happen. You're going to make some bad decisions.
Yeah.
There are going to be some things that are out of your control. It's what do you do with it? So those are typically the people that I gravitate towards, right? You're going to rest in it. You're going to move on from it. You're going to be dismissive, whatever, right? So we're having this conversation about a multitude of things that is real life big boy dad stuff. Big boy dad stuff. And we got into this kind of discussion about allowing for failure, growing from it, and the risk reward. And I think sometimes in the coaching business or the hiring and firing business, we act like it's like shopping for groceries, right? If you want Chef Boyardee and I want ragu or whatever another Shane, I want
Presto.
Yeah,
Prego.
Like, and I don't like it. I can just throw it away, not eat it, go back and get something different. With hirings and firings, you're not afforded that luxury, but sometimes you don't really know. You can think you have all the data.
And you just don't know till you know.
Right? It's like people lie on their resume all the time. It's like, oh, this is not really what your resume shows. And they're not lying because the data is the data points are wrong. It's wrong because once you get inside that situation and you mix in other variables, it's not as linear as looking at it at a piece of paper.
Yep. So,
but we marry ourselves to that when we want to pass judgment on outcomes. And most times we just don't know enough.
Yeah.
But we certainly don't care to try to pawn it off as fact, because opinions make for good fodder. It doesn't make for good ways to run companies.
Yeah, it doesn't make for good decision making.
So, like, I understand playing in both those worlds, and that may be too boring and not good enough. But that's, as a guy that's made a ton of mistakes, I'm never going to apologize for that.
Can I? Let me ask you this question because
no.
Okay.
You gump.
You like the movie Limitless, right?
Never seen it.
Oh, really?
What is it about? I may have.
It's Bradley Cooper. He takes the pills. It like opens his brain up a little bit.
The TV show was good.
I didn't see the TV show.
It only lasted one season.
So there's this scene at the end.
Is there a Matrix reference? I've seen that. Is there any similarities?
No, I got nothing. I'll explain it to you. You'll be all right. So
do I need to? All right, wait. feel like I may need notes.
So there's this.
Hey guys, would you like something to write with? Is that weird?
You got more pens or glasses?
It's not necessary.
My bad.
I like a natural sharpener. I like a mechanical pencil. I like a ballpoint. This is a clicker that writes really well, and I need a highlighter. Any more questions?
Now explain the glasses.
Trial and error.
Okay. Because you can't dial them in like the binoculars. You got to have a bunch of different pairs.
Oh, I can't take Benny McLaughlin shopping with me.
Fair enough. You're going to have Benny McLaughlin try the glasses on for you. Be like, can you see out of these? My bad. So there's this movie Limitless, right? And you take these pills. It opens up your brain. It allows you to access parts of your brain you couldn't have before. And at the end of the movie, the problem with this pill is you like overdose on it and you die, basically. At the end of the movie, Bradley Cooper's character is confronted with this guy that's like, hey, I shut down all your labs. Like, you're not going to be able to take this anymore. You're going to die unless you come work for me and do what I want you to. And he's like, you don't think that he's like, I've been off it. It's like, I'm not on it anymore. You don't think it changed the way I think.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it changed my neural pathways and the way that I process information. And that's sort of how I felt when Coach Rule was talking about Mike Ekeler's effect on the program if he does leave. He's talking about Josh Martin and some of the other guys are there, and he goes, we've learned from his teaching progressions. We've learned the right way to do things on special teams. So even if he leaves, he's left a mark here that we can continue on. And it reminds me of the scene where he goes, don't you, like, if you're a Nebraska fan, do you think he just takes everything with him? Like,
oh, I get it.
Like the neural pathways of the program and how they teach special teams have changed. And it sounds like Coach Rule is pretty confident in Josh Martin, by the way, somebody that Coach Eck brought with him, to be able to continue those ways moving forward. And I do think sometimes we forget that, I mean, we think about it to the negative sometimes, but we almost never think about it to the positive. Like, we think all the time, like, yeah, Larry Coker won that 2001 national title with Miami, but that's a Butch Davis team, right? Everybody thinks that. Like, that's just.
Yeah, you want one in my wheelhouse?
I think Cowboys.
In my wheelhouse.
Bill Guthridge's 98 Final Four team?
Correct. But go ahead, carry on.
You got to admit, that was a pretty good poll.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Especially for a pup.
Yeah, I like that team a lot, though. No, so you've got that. You've got the Barry Switzer Super Bowl. You've got the Larry Coker National Championship. You got the Bill Guthridge Final Four team. Mm-hmm. Like, there is, I think a lot of people would put the Frank Solich 01 national title run on that one.
Would agree.
So we've seen this before where you see the positive changes last into several years. Now, you have to be able to not get it off the rails and not totally change course if you want to see those changes continue to make an impact. But if you're leaving behind an assistant that was helping with those changes, I don't think it's a huge stretch to be like, oh, well, Josh Martin probably has this under control, especially considering he's worked with Eck before, right? This isn't a one-year thing for Josh Martin, even though it was a one-year thing.
And you know how long he's been with the program, right?
Josh Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is a thing where
multiple years.
It feels like, to me at least, there's a pretty good chance for the positive impact that Mike Ekeler had on special teams to they at least have an opportunity for it, right? Mm-hmm. And also, here's the other thing that drives me a little crazy sometimes. And we did it with Tony White. We did it with Terrence Knighton. We're doing it with Mike Ekeler now, which he hasn't even technically left yet. I think he's going to, but whatever. We don't.
What's today?
Today is Friday the 16th.
Okay.
As of right now, I have not seen an announcement that he's actually leaving.
I'd probably wait for that to be closer to February 1st.
But my point is,
it's picking an arbitrary date.
Yeah, I'm sure. It has nothing to do with anything. But we sit here and we go, okay, I don't have we sit here and think that whoever leaves Nebraska, if they were good here, is the only good coach out there. Like, we act like.
Well, yes and no. I'll also say, I don't even know I did that.
Unnecessary. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all right. Did you dap yourself up?
Yeah, like be better.
Well, I mean, you could dap me up. Be like, hey, my bad. Sorry for hitting you.
I can't. I have to have that be an internal thing.
Okay.
just the way that I think. It's annoying, I know, but I'm not going to make excuses.
That's all right.
Anywho,
Go ahead.
L3Z. I think but you could also say the other way. If you're gonna take that optimistic, hey, you could leave it deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to allow for some understanding, whether you agree with it or not, that if you feel like it's trending a certain way, it could also be towards it could be trending towards negative outcomes too.
Absolutely, yeah. 100%.
Right? So you have to allow for
100%.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely
whatever side of the street you want to play on.
That's absolutely correct. I think sometimes, like, special team coordinators is a really good example here. I can't tell you who the top 5 special teams coordinators in the country are. I can tell you one of them's LeVar Woods.
I'm 0 for 2 on his calls.
I can tell you one of them's Mike Ekeler. I can't tell, and I only know that because Mike Ekeler was right here in our own backyard and LeVar Woods was right next door. Right? I can't tell you who the other 5 top special teams coordinators in the country are, and neither can almost anyone else that's not actively in this business, right? So my point is we get really attached. We did the same thing with Tony White. None of us had any idea who Tony White was when he came in here. Like, literally no one did.
Hold that thought. Shane, keep going, babe. Shane, can you bold the Ramaro comment, please?
And then you have, once he gets here and we decide we like him, we feel like he's irreplaceable. Right? When 2 years prior, had no idea who he was, had to Google him, had to figure out where he was coaching. So that's my point, is there's a lot of good coaches everywhere. It doesn't mean they're always going to make the right hire, right? John Butler wasn't the right hire. The defense was worse. It just was, right? Mike Ekeler was the right hire. We don't know what the next move is, whether it's going to be better or worse. The point is there's good coaches out there to be had that can make Nebraska better.
Channel 3, Sean, I would say yes. Sean Snyder. Shane, go back to the question is, do you take an imitation and expect the same results as the original? Kind of the Solich versus Osborne argument. Fantastic question. It's the methodology. There's this weird, it's the methodology versus the progression. Because sometimes they both happen naturally at the same time. Is it Ram? I don't want to put my glasses on just for like a 6-letter name. I don't want to say his name wrong though. Is it Ramaro? Ramro?
Ranmar W.
Ranmar. All right.
Ranmar.
So Ranmar. Because methodology is methodology. It's one of the things that I love about Cignetti.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The method to how he's achieved these outcomes seems to be very similar over time.
Yeah.
And it's worked every place he's been.
Mm-hmm.
So could somebody else that has been with him 20 years have the same methodology? Sure. But he's also progressed in terms of being able to play the game of college football too. So it's like this fine line of understanding the non-negotiables, but not being so rigid where you can't
evolve with it.
Evolve.
Yeah.
That's a good word. I was going to say grow, but sure, evolve.
Yeah,
evolve with it. So I think the Solich Osborne thing is probably more the latter of the evolution once you understood the methodology. Because what Coach Solich was really, really good at was the reboot post Nebraska and Ohio.
He evolved really well.
Evolving from, I understand some of the core methodologies. Now this is my very own. I've had some time. I've had some trial and error. Now I'm going to apply it here.
Took the time off to go.
Never going to get enough credit for that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really, I don't think he wants the credit. But that would have easily been somebody that could have just rested in the methodology.
Really revamped how he went about things.
So, yeah, that's a legit deal. So, in the micro or the small version, can you, if you have to move on from Coach Ekeler, build on the methodology and have it be sustainable? I don't know the answer to the second part, the sustainable. But there is some value to understanding how it was done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And we won't know if it's sustainable until we see it.
Yeah.
Like that's just it's unknowable. Because
I just think the picking of sides in this one, based on how we feel about the head coach, is like it's such emotional. In my opinion, not casting judgment, because some of you guys will still be my associates or friends. It's very small-minded because you can't absolve one adult of responsibility and put it all on the other just because he's the head guy. Because the head guy did say, these are the measures that we've taken. After that, it's not in his hands anymore. And it's not as simple as saying, just give him what he wants. I don't know who you want for a head coach or whether he's going to win or not, but he ain't going to be a give him what he wants guy.
Also, the
If
reason
that was the case, your boy would not be here. So he ain't just going to give you what you want. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Also,
I don't care who you are.
let's not pretend like even if he gave him what he wanted, that's why I went through the history with Ekeler. He's never stayed in one place very long. You don't think he had what he wanted at any of those places?
Something I think is interesting if you really want to formulate your own opinion is just do some work about the like what happened in Tennessee, which was seemingly a good fit for a guy that had a ton of success.
My homework on it told me he was not offered a contract extension.
That's another good one. Warren won.
What did Warren say? Craig Bull falls in that case. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
So, there's a lot of them.
There are.
And it doesn't even just have to be a Nebraska thing. So to your point yesterday about the comments from, I still don't know the name of the show that he was on. Is it Gelb?
Zach Gelb, I believe. Zach Gelb.
And I apologize. I don't mean to be dismissive of a guy doing his job.
Yeah, no, I believe it was Zach Gelb show was the podcast.
A lot of times I don't live in that world.
Sure. I only know because I wanted to make sure I had it when I pulled the clip for Shane.
Yeah. So, to your point yesterday about reading into what he meant about a Nebraska guy versus not, or create this mess, I'm sure some of it on a humanistic side was to validate his intent. Because I think sometimes when I think you struggle to be accepted, you fight that much harder to validate you. It's very hard to sit back and say, okay, over time it will reveal itself. There's just the natural inclination to want to be like, hey, I'm this. Can't you see it? I'm that, like, guys, this is what I'm about. I just want to I want to tell you. Now you just have certain portions of people, and I'm one of them. I'm going to say I see better than I hear. I almost always will say that.
Yeah.
I see better than I hear because it's hard, and you're like, no, you don't. You're blind as a bat. But I do watch behaviors and mannerisms because you can't, when you say something, have put yourself in every single situation. So sometimes you need to be in. Oh man, I got resolve. I got this and I got that. Well, sometimes you got to be tested.
Yeah.
So sometimes the lights got to come on and you got to be presented with actual choices before you tell me or I try to tell you how I'm always going to act.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm always going to probably lean towards I see better than I hear. And for what I hear about Coach Rule, when he says that in that deal, because yesterday was the first time I heard it, the first thing I could think of was, this guy, we make light of and we poke fun at whether Penn State was real or not. The fact of the matter is, whether he's had opportunities or not, he chose this place.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Right? Especially when you use the guys that had an easier time being motivated to stay because they're from here. It's like, you guys won't embrace a guy that's going to give you everything he's got from the outside. And these guys that were on the inside, on the surface, seems like when the going got tough, they got going.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I liked your point because I could see it. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
maybe mine's an addition to, not different than.
I would say I don't know if that's what he meant or not. That's how I heard it.
Well, no, that's fine. I mean, makes the world go round.
Let's get a quick break here. We'll get to our guy, Tim VERGHESE from Inside Nebraska. Plenty to talk about still as the transfer portal closes tonight.
Is that it?
I think so.
Is tonight it?
Midnight. Yeah. Local midnight.
I felt like somebody had a red dot on me.
No, you're good.
Like a cat.
Don't worry. I'll jump in front of you.
Somebody trying to get me?
I don't think so. I think you're good. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. Let's hear that Sports Live.
Yeah, Martinelli is the most unique player in our league with a variety of ways that he can score the ball, and he's shooting a really high percentage from three right now, and his ISOs, they just give you anxiety with all the different things that he can do. He can't ever go down with your hands down. And if he makes contested tough shots, then you can't get deflated. You just have to do the best job you can. He's the leading scorer in the country right now, and just what he's done over the course of his career, you got to give him a lot of credit. You got to give their staff a lot of credit for developing him into the type of player that he is. He's truly special. And you look at this Northwestern team, and we showed this to our guys in film this morning. They've had leads in every game. Last night was a 2-possession game late against Illinois, and they've had leads on the road at Michigan State, which we all know is extremely hard to do. And this is a team that has a lot of heart, and we know.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mayo Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Tim VERGHESE from Inside Nebraska. Tim, how are we doing this morning?
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Oh, how are things, man? Rumor has it you've become a popular commodity on the local vibe. People talk to you, man. Imitation is the best form of flattery. How we doing, man? Nice to be
Hey,
wanted.
not bad. Not bad.
bad?
Yeah, not nice to be wanted, but yeah, definitely doing a lot more talking these days.
You know what you should say? This is what I want you to tell people. If I could be your plant and just do the marionette thing. Yeah, the rest of you guys, you're cool, but nobody gets the best out of me like DV and Ravi do. Like that's often imitated, never duplicated. How are things? Good Friday for you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm celebrating a little bit. Portal closes tonight. We're just about wrapping up things. Yeah. Hey, it's not just me. It's personnel departments across the country. It's Matt Rule. It's head coaches across the country. Just everyone's kind of excited to be done with the chaos and just have an opportunity to kind of settle down now and focus in on their rosters and you know.
Tim, as you
Are you listening?
Yeah, no, I thought he was gonna continue. That's my bad.
Hey guys, can I say this?
Yeah.
What do you think would happen communication-wise if we could see commas, semicolons? You know, like on cartoons, it like pops up in the windows, or like on TV, you have closed caption. Do you think we would communicate different if we could see punctuation? Like in
I think
the air?
I would not, yeah, I don't think I'd talk as much as I do because people would see the dot 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 and they'd step in there and but now no one steps in there. They just let the dot 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 hang. And then I say more things and then next thing I know I'm on a 10-minute tangent.
Yeah.
I thought we had a semicolon there. I thought
Was that a semicolon?
Yeah, I thought that's on me. That's on me. No, Tim, as you're kind of going through this, I guess just overall impressions of, and we'll get to guys that are on campus or might be on campus or whatever here in a minute. But I'm more curious about your overall impressions of the guys that have decided to leave Nebraska. Obviously, you know, Dylan's the headliner, but outside of that, and then when you look at some of the places these guys are going, how do you feel about the guys that are leaving Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised at the roster retention. I mean, the success with the guys. I mean, you have obviously Dylan leaving, but you know, I mean, we know what that situation is at this point, where both sides were at by the time. You know, both sides but good had to go different ways. And Keon is another one that you're disappointed to lose, but at the same time, you know that's you need production there, and you know that's a position where you know you can't really afford to overspend on you know hype at this point. You need more proven production, and so um yeah,
Can
I
I
mean
say something about? Can I say something about that real quick, TV?
yeah, go ahead.
Because this is what I promise to goodness I don't know, but I would ask guys like KD, or when you know that you're going to have a stark contrast in change in anything, and you know you have a pre-existing knowledge of where you've been, how much of it is just, man, I don't know if I want to go through that again. Like, wait, I was doing this and it got me this, but now I have to do this to go to the next level. Like, we do that in our jobs all the time sometimes, like when you get a new boss or whatever. Like, how much of when guys make those decisions and it catches us off guard, it's simply that we're not going to embrace the change, or what's the next level of what's going to be asked of me.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of that. Like again, you look at the portal. I mean, it's not a one for one comp, but yeah, there's some of that where it's like, okay, well, I have to do something different. I mean, he changed his body to kind of fit what Nebraska was doing, and worked his body to kind of work into this role. And now you're working back into a role that, yeah, on paper is better for him, but now he's got to, yeah, like you said, like shift things completely. Where you know there's other opportunities out there and opportunities that you know will make it worth his while. And so. There's that, but then when you look at others in the portal, I mean, like I look at guys like Bryce Turner and Kenneth Williams. Like, yeah, it's not fun to lose those guys. It's disappointing to lose guys like that, but those guys want to have a role that Nebraska simply can't offer them right now. They want to play more in an offense at this point, or in a defense, whatever it is, and Nebraska can't really offer. Like guys want different things. They have that opportunity. It is what the portal is ultimately meant for. Is ultimately guys that want an opportunity to play more and do more, and aren't getting that at their current opportunity. Have the freedom to go find something else. I mean, you look at what Nebraska lost and what they've retained. I mean, yeah, there's guys I think out there that they would certainly like to keep having like, you know, Kiana Torres. That's one they don't love to lose. You know, I mean, I would even say, you know, like a Ramir Stewart's another one. Roger Gradney is another one where it's like, okay, we would have liked to maybe see what this looks like in 2-3 with some more further development. You know, what this looks like down the line, but. I mean, the secondary room is pretty crowded right now. They've made some even more additions to it already, so it's already a pretty crowded room. There isn't a whole lot of room for fat anymore. Like you kind of have to trim the fat a little bit there. And so I don't think, I mean, objectively, I'm at the point where we're here on the 16th, and yeah, we could still see some more before the buzzer, but I'm just pleasantly surprised that Nebraska's retained as much as they have, because I've heard so much that everyone is out on this coaching staff and
Yeah.
that the culture's broken
But
and all
funny
these
how
things.
that works.
Yeah, if all of these things were really happening, you would have seen a mass exodus. Like you would have seen more people in the, because you see what that looks like out there. You see
Other places,
like
yeah.
other places what it looks like when things are breaking down.
So I want to ask you, well, I have two questions, but I'll start with the one. How surprised were you or not surprised were you? Basically, Nebraska's wide receiver room has retained full retention despite the fact that the quarterback room has been completely remade. How surprising is that to you?
A bit. It's definitely a bit surprising. And I still think we are, again. Again, we could still see a surprise,
Sure.
but I at this point we're not out of the clear just yet, or in the clear just yet. But yeah, pleasantly surprised, and I think it says a lot about Dickie. I mean, I think it says a lot about Dickie Shorts. I mean, even to no, to come out of this room and improved, in my opinion, with adding Quasi Gilmer to that room, with what a lot of these guys would look like. I mean, the staff, really likes Quinn Clark, really likes what Jeremiah Jones can be, really likes Keelan Smith and some young guys in the room, and what they can be, and you pair that with what they already have in the room with Ja'Cory and Isaiah Hunter, and what they're bringing in Quasi, they're established receiver. That's going to be a strength of the room next year. It's going to be a strength of the team next year. If all these pieces, continue to stick in place. And even if they don't, I mean, you feel pretty good about where this room is at compared to where it was even 2 years ago, where it was, before last portal cycle. And I'm pleasantly surprised, I would say, that they are where they're at with that room.
TV, when you look at kind of how you think Nebraska's building, and obviously you get a new addition in Miles Taylor to how they want to coach safeties. I am, color me fascinated in terms of style, at least early on, with what I think the intensity he brings to that room, but he does have familiarity with the scheme. You've got the portal additions along the defensive line, and we'll see what happens with the visit this weekend. But you know what they already have in the fold versus how they want to move. You've seen what's happening with the linebacker development. Do you think you have an idea to be able to say, I think Nebraska defensively is moving in blank direction in terms of what it's going to look like inside that building?
Oh, I don't think just yet. I think I
Does
do.
temperament give it away, or recruiting prowess, maybe, if you want to look at it? Because that might be an unfair question because we don't know what the defense is going to look like. Does the recruiting prowess or personalities give you a hint at all?
I think so. I think a little bit. I think I will say this: like, I'm intrigued by what they've added to the secondary. Like, I mean, McDougall makes some sense, but like what they've added around him kind of tells me a little bit about what they feel about that room and what they feel they need, in that room. Retaining Larry Tarver, I think, super interesting. Something that got my antenna up a little bit. And I think in general, like I mean, I have confidence in Addison Williams and what he's doing with that room. I think the guys in the room have confidence in him. Um, I would say, like, you look at some of the pieces in that room. Jonathan Jones, there's a lot to like there, but still kind of incomplete, still kind of working on some things. We talked a lot this offseason about his eyes and kind of training that and figuring that out. Now you add in two bodies here that can play safety and can play corner, and have that positional versatility if needed, have that size, if needed, to swap in and out.
I think there's only one, really. Even with Shiggs, like, I look at the type, I could see maybe nickel. I don't know if I see safety. I think McDougall is probably the true safety because I can't really see. Now, this is early, but I can't really see Donovan Jones or somebody like that moving back.
I don't either.
I could maybe see a nickel roll or still the boundary corner. Shiggs, I think, is similar as a kind of a Sierra right type once Hartzell got hurt. But I think from a safety standpoint, how they're going to play this, I only really see one natural addition.
Yeah, I would agree just in terms of national addition. I mean, I don't know though. Like I think Shakes and McDougall are interesting just because like I don't know how you would play the two counter. Like I think they do. Like I think McDougall's a guy like he could be your like midfielder. You know what I mean? Or your center
Yeah,
fielder.
you could
Like,
put him
that's a
on the
guy.
post. You could put him
Yeah.
on the post.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's super interesting because he's a guy that I don't think I don't think they've had a well-rounded safety like that that can do all of the things with the experience that he brings in. Just feels like it's been a bit since they've had a guy that can do all the different things that he does. And I mean, I would also say I think with Shiggs, like you said, nickel. I mean, Evans hasn't had to do it. But I think there's traits in there if they can cross train him. I think there's like the change of direction stuff and the length. Like I think there's some of that in there. But yeah, I think that room and how those pieces fit in is going to be really fascinating through the spring. Because again, the part of this we're still not talking about too, and I think a big impact here is I still think Danny Odom's coming for jobs. Like I think that guy's coming in spring and he's going to be competing for like snaps in the corner in the cornerback room, and I think he is going to really push some people in that room. I would also say like this staff has talked a lot, and I would say I've been very intrigued in what Amari Sanders can be now entering year 3. Like I think there's pieces.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, there's people we don't really talk about that I think are going to factor into this rotation, into this conversation through spring, that are currently on the roster or aren't really part of this like portal discussion that factor in there. Like I would say that, I mean, it's not the cornerback room, but I mean, talking linebackers, with what they've done in the linebacker room, how do you see Vincent Shavers and Dawson Ware fitting in? Because I could see a world where one or both of those guys are now at least like considered for this year, like moving to like an edge type role.
I kind of thought that about Shavers in the past. Like I think I've sort of thought maybe his natural skill set lends to that a little bit better.
So interesting. Okay. So if they're in a 4 down, right? You have open and close, or I think the lay terms are probably strong and weak.
Yeah.
But you're thinking about close side or strong side ends versus open side ends when you're talking about how what we think of as the jack position plays. Is that kind of what you're? Okay.
Somewhat, but like I think it's going to be mixed. Like I think the strong side and weak side in Origin system, at least it's going to be somewhat like I could see Williams playing both sides of it.
Anari could be like a strong side guy, and you're thinking Shavers or a McGahee playing opposite that as a lighter, quicker guy, like to the open. Yeah, that would be fascinating. That would be fascinating because you still have athleticism on the second level with runner hitters because Merritt's is pretty instinctive. I think he can run. We'll see how he comes back from the surgery. If he comes back from the surgery, how he navigated a rascal and the little one wheel thing like he did at Bishop Gorman, he's going to be just fine because my man was flying around all over the place trying to still rehab. And you've got your new additions on the side. I would entertain Shavers playing a line of scrimmage guy, but with a little body tweak.
Yes.
I mean, because he still loves his McDarrells. No free advertising on here. With a little tweak in body type, he can still be that lighter, quicker guy too. So
yeah, it's
what he does with his body is going to be the key for Shavers. If he wants to grow into a bigger type, cool. But I don't think he can stay as is and play as effective on the second level. But
yeah, I would agree.
I love the fact, he said something. I'm going to say this. I was in the tunnel at the truck, waiting at the truck and stuff, taking some of the helping my buddy Alex with his luggage. We were coming down from the booth, and And Shavers and Caleb were out there, and Shavers was like, "Man, you balled out, dog. I love you." Blah blah blah. He's like, "Man, he's effusive in praise, and he's like, "Man, I ain't going anywhere, man. This plate, like, we gonna have some young dogs, right?" Like, I just got the sense in listening to Shavers' enthusiasm about potential. He's a guy that would do just about anything. Like he said, he's like, I ain't going no. Like, he just was very emphatic about his praise for Nebraska and what he thinks they're capable of. He strikes me as the type of guy, if in fact there's merit to what he said, and I have no reason to believe there's not, he would do whatever he had to for this program, whether it means whatever his evolution looks like. I don't think you're going to get much pushback from him.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean,
He said it early after taking an ugly L. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's doing it like, I mean, after this offseason, he shifted his body and adjusted to what they wanted for him. And I think he's already shown that, and I think will continue to. But yeah, I completely agree. He's that kind of guy. And yeah, like I'm just very intrigued by like I just think my antenna's up on like, okay, they've added Anthony Jones. I don't know how much more edge movement we're really going to see through the portal. And I wonder how much of that is confidence in what they have in the room and what they could potentially work with within other rooms, and maybe add to that. Because, I mean, you look at Roy Manning's background specifically in Orange as well at San Diego State, like the edge types they had success with. I mean, it's not the lengthy 6'5", 6'6" types with the crazy wingspans or anything. Like, they have success with it all. Like the 6'2", 240-pound sawed-off pass rushers, the 6'4", 240-pounders. Like, they've had success with all those different body types. And I know people want length. I know people want like splash additions there. I just think there's a confidence in what they have in the room, and again, the upside I think of a few pieces in that defensive end / kind of jack edge room right now.
Okay, I just want to do a quick mental exercise. When you think, I'm going to come back to the linebackers. All right, boss. So I'm going to try to go slow so you can think off the fly. The desired outcome of this drill, TV, is to think interior, like anywhere from a nose to a 3, versus edge guys. And I want you to tell me if Nebraska on paper has enough. Okay, I'm going to start with D-line. You can discern in your head whether you think they're 3 and in or 4 and out in terms of technique. All right, ready? So
Okay.
you got Malcolm Simpson, Tyson Terry, Landon Davison, David Huffkin, Ashton Murphy, Williams Renari, Cade Petschok, Jashir Whittington, Andy Baberja, Connor Keneally, Sua Lafotu, Gabe Moore, Dylan Parrott, Riley Van Poppel, Mason Goldman, Anthony Jones, Cam Linhart. Those are guys that have played D-line-ish types. Press pause. I'm going to go to the linebacker room because you colored me curious with the Shavers McGahee thing. Ready? Jace Reynolds, and I'm going by age. Jace Reynolds, Will Hawthorne, Christian Jones, Pierce Mooberry, Duda, Merritt, Ochoa, McGahee, Euler, Wacker, Bauer, Chambliss, Foster, Rogers, Shavers, Stanger. Of the 32, 3-ish guys, do you like the potential to play 4 down? You don't even have to tell me who goes where. That's a tough drill off the cuff.
Yeah.
But do you
I still think they need more on the interior.
So like from a 3 to a nose.
Yes, from a 3 to a nose.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I could just see they could use like I mean, they have a guy on campus. They're hoping to get one more, and they have their feelers out for a few more. Like they are hoping to make 1 to 2 more additions there if they can. I think they could use that just to shore up the interior rotation. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better about that. Where I kind of stand, okay, like the one for me that I think I'm very curious on, and I think the part that I can just think the general fan base is not really factoring into it. I think both Tyson Terry and Malcolm Simpson are both capable of having a impact in 2026, like a serious impact in 2026, like a Petrock level freshman year impact.
I agree.
Tyson, I think, fits for sure from the 3 to the 1.
Mhm.
Malcolm is the one I'm curious about because I've seen Malcolm
Because
play
of his
all over the line.
athleticism.
He's a big
Yeah,
kid.
because he could play all over.
He's a big kid.
Isn't
too.
he already at like 280?
He's a big kid.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I mean, I saw him in high school, like initially play defensive end, and then when he was at ball as a junior, like moved all the way into nose and was like standing up guys from the nose to like at nose, you know. And I was like, oh, what do we have here? Like, what are we really dealing with here? Because this is a 250-pound basketball kid that's standing up guys at nose tackle. And it's like he's got the versatility to do it all. I think he can play some 3. I think he can even play some 1 if they really needed it. And so he's the one that I'm just like I just have circled as the again I when people talk about the D line room, I don't think you really recognize what this guy specifically and Tyson too. Like Tyson, we were talking all last year. Like Nebraska needs this Nash Hutmacher type. Like Nebraska needs this guy. Like Tyson can do some of that stuff. It may not happen in year 1 coming off the injury, but like Tyson can do that stuff, especially as he develops and gets set in. And it's not going to take very long for him to get settled down.
All right, so I'm super curious, just in my head. I'm going to give you 3 guys that I think could really, I don't know, have opportunity given a fresh set of eyes that have some interesting body types. You give me, if you agree, disagree, and how you could see them benefiting. Ready?
Mhm.
Jordan Ochoa, Willis McGahee, and Dylan Rogers. Think 4 down.
So I remain very intrigued by Ochoa. In terms of upside, I think of the 3.
Me too.
That was the guy I liked.
I think Ochoa's the guy where it's like, okay, like what if that's the reason? Like they're like, well, do we really need Ed to spend money on an edge rusher in the portal? No, like spend more money on another edge rusher in the portal, or are we good with what we have? Like Ochoa and even McGahee coming back. I mean, again, like I think it's a telling sign that he entered the portal, and it wasn't like an immediate thing. He saw what was out there, and Nebraska pitched themselves too, and ultimately came back. Like I think that says something. Rogers the one I'm most interested by in the sense that I still don't really know what he like. This is another one. Again, I want to speak
If I was going to play if I was going to play an even front, Rogers as an open side edge setter is intriguing to me.
Yeah, he's for sure one I think is going to benefit them. Like from just a frame standpoint, I think his frame naturally benefits from this transition. Even dating back to high school, like I remember because and I'm going to date myself here just because of and recount this for him.
Remember, Tim,
not dating myself, but
you could be 12 and people wouldn't hear it.
But recounting just Dylan in high school, like I remember being like, okay, well, right now this looks very good at middle linebacker here at the high school level, but this is a body that's going to keep growing, and I wonder if he ever becomes a full-time pass rusher. And we actually had him out at a camp, and we told him at the camp just rush the entire time off the edge. And he flashed, and I thought there were some really good flashes there, but I was still like, okay, I wasn't sure if that was the positional home for him. And now he's been at Nebraska for a couple of years. He's moved around a couple of places. And, you would hope, I mean, there's some natural pasture stuff there. Is he ready for this? Because his whole career, it's kind of felt like it's been this like, well, Dylan, like eventually you're going to have to rush the passer, dude. Like, I think your body's just going to grow to the point where you're going to be this like, 4-3, 4-3 like linebacker, or just this like this stand up pat like. And now we're here. Now we're at that point with him. And I'm just curious to see if he takes advantage because he's older now. He's had a few years under his belt. I'm just curious to see if he takes advantage of the opportunity because he's capable. And he's a guy that, like you mentioned, I think is the one that you look at. Okay, what does an open side, like a weak side kind of edge look like?
There's just a big difference.
Rogers.
There's just a big difference between having to play in a 4 versus a 5, 6, or 7.
Right.
Like playing inside shoulder of tackles as an undersized guy in an odd look where you're giving up every advantage because you have to be unselfish is different than maybe edge setting as a bigger, stronger guy versus a tight end.
Right. So I would say like one thing on my end, like, okay, there's a couple of these guys we've talked about like on the weak side, but are there any? Because I see there are a couple of ends. Like I don't think Cade is a strong side that can play weak side. I don't think he's that. If Cade wanted to check around, I don't think he's that either. I think Williams is though. I think Williams is. It can flip either way, and I think Williams can be on the field kind of regardless because of his like unique kind of pass rushing skill set.
Yeah, I just think, and I'm a big Ochoa guy, but I think he's grown. Like, have you seen him in the last month or two? He looks a lot.
Ochoa, no.
He looks a lot different than the skinny, tall, stretched out guy that was wearing 22. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's in a 90s number.
He's like 94.
Yeah, he's a bigger, stronger guy. Putting his hand in the dirt versus playing in a 2-point against Sorsby is like I've allowed myself to think differently because I think he loves ball and he's got good upside. He's just one of those guys that I would be intrigued by with his actual hand or playing heavy on the line of scrimmage. And I mean heavy like thick on a guy, not in a 2-point off ball, but I'm a D lineman type because there's a difference. He intrigues me.
Yeah, I'm just again like I think the point you made. I think you kind of bank on the guys that love it and have proven they're dedicated to their development. I think Ochoa, I think Shavers, the guys we've brought up a couple of times in this conversation. Like I think those two guys, I'm just banking on them finding a role in this defense because they love this game, and I think this is the coaching staff, specifically Rob Origin and Roy Manning. Those two guys. They find they across their careers at this point have found guys that are and help them find success in specific roles.
Yeah. So Tim, real quick here, I know.
Are we on the clock?
No, I know we've kind of talked around it a little bit.
What does he have to get breakfast?
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I'm good. I got time. We're good.
I said real quick.
So you don't want his scrambled eggs to get cold? What?
I'm just trying to ask a question. I don't know what.
I don't want to rush him off.
Can I ask my question?
Yeah, but you said
real quick. So, I'm gonna ask the question real quick. Where I was going to till we started this soliloquy.
It can't be a soliloquy. We were both engaged.
I don't really know what soliloquy means. If I'm being honest with you.
Hence solo is in the word.
Sounded like the right word at the time. Tim, real quick here. Let's just return back. You mentioned some guys that were on campus, might be on campus. Like, how do you think it looks for Nebraska trending towards getting another or two defensive linemen? I know some people have asked about like, hey, are they going to add to the running back room? I don't know if you know if that's a priority at all right now. Like, how are they looking for some guys? And I know they even had like a 2026 and Berryman on campus recently as well. Like, how are they trending with some of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're still looking at multiple D-line additions in terms of what those look like. I think they're still figuring that out in terms of is it a Terrence Green instant impact plug and play nose, or is it, we're adding quality depth in a guy like Owen Studmeyer and, another one of those or another maybe two of those types that can play along the interior, but, don't necessarily have the stats or the traits necessarily to play consistently along the interior. They're working through rotations. I mean, Nebraska's just trying to shore up, in my opinion, across a couple positions, shore up rotations, shore up some depth. And that's kind of the math and the give and take you make in the portal here. With I think especially interior D line is, do you make a splash addition or you just kind of build out some true kind of depth? And that's what I'm curious to see. At this point, they've done a good job of building out the depth with some pieces, Berea and Whittington, I think, are capable of contributing pretty consistently. And add to that some, if you add to it a Terrence Green type, you feel a lot better about that room. Running back, it's still kind of wait and see there. There hasn't really been it's kind of wait and see, just in the sense that if there's the right fit out there, if they can make the money work, if all of those things work out, they could still add to that room. But to this point, they just haven't been aggressive. Not aggressive. Aggressive is not the right word, but they've worked within their numbers on what they believe a running back is worth within their offense, what they're willing to pay a running back. And so far, there just hasn't been the right fit that is willing to fit within what they're willing to pay and the type of role they're kind of offering. So that's what I like. I mean, that's kind of one of those last few things we need to see before this portal close. I mean, portal closes tonight. Visits will continue through the weekend into potentially early next week for Nebraska. I think 20th is going to be the last day. There's going to be a couple guys in the portal that won't enroll till the summer, just because they're going to want to play out their process. February is a dead period. They're not going to make visits then, but you could see it pop up in March. So, but all that said, I mean, the guys that are going to contribute in 26 for the most part, you're going to add here in the next few days. So, I think D-line is where you're looking at. I think you're looking at maybe a reserve offensive lineman, like just someone that can work into the rotation. Again, if the right fit is out there, and then you're looking at potentially running back. But again, it's all about right fit there. And I mean, Rule has said it. We'll see. But the staff has said it. They believe a good run game is based on a good offensive line. There's a belief in guys in that room. I mean, I'm a Makai Nelson guy. I know I'm talking to a couple of Makai Nelson guys, but they're still inexperienced. I still would have liked to see them add a back or two in this cycle.
All right, let me get you out of here on this, and guess what? I'm not gonna say real quick.
Wait, does he have to go? I thought he could stay.
Up yours. All right, TV. It's a wonder we function together. Television, it really is. A lot has been made, and I guess some of it is, do you like your drink half full or half empty? But what Nebraska's done, speaking to the offensive line and the additions, I think some people see more immediate starters than I do. And maybe this is where my question comes from. But do you think what they've done in the portal with multi-year guys, I may add, and they didn't cram Pritchett down our throat. So I'm just using facts. Multi-year guys. Pritchett wasn't a right-away starter. When you look at that, did you look at that as an indictment of how they've recruited the younger guys in the program from the offensive line? Is there any takeaways you took from that, or is it fresh set of eyes, Jeepway, Teasley, let's sort this thing out. We got multi-year guys in the bag. The best man wins. Did you allow yourself?
Yeah,
what'd you think?
I think it's more of the second one. I mean, again, like I mean, I think people look at the additions at the O-line and say, well, okay, that must mean the new guys came in and were stunned at the lack of development at others in the room. It's like, well, no, those guys haven't played a lot. It's hard to really bank on guys that have played a lot. And when you come in with relationships across the country and you have an opportunity to add talent to the room, why wouldn't you? You have relationships. You have those guys. The guys are in the portal. You can add those guys, add talent. And so and like you mentioned, I think Brendan Black is a surefire starter, and I think it's going to be tough for anyone in that tackle room to really beat out Tree, but he should have the edge. I think Paul should be the one that's favored to win the left guard job. But you're right. I mean, I don't think any of those jobs are necessarily going to be handed to them. Again, a lot of people now talking about the depth in the room and whatever could be surprised when, hey, Preston Tamu is starting at left guard. There's guys in the room that are still capable of starting. You want an O-line that has depth, and you want an O-line that, is capable of going, 2 to 3 potentially deep. I think this is more of a, hey, we wanted to shore up depth and make sure we had guys that are ready off the bench, at worst case off the bench if needed. If not, we want to improve what we have from our starting lineup this fall. And they saw what they had in the room, saw an opportunity to improve the room and took it. And like that's the more optimistic look at it. But that's also how this works. That's not like they came in with relationships. They wanted to add to the room. Like you add to the room. I don't think it's an indictment on the room at all, because again, if it was, a lot of those guys in the room would leave. If they felt they were ready to play next year and are now getting robbed of that chance because they're getting recruited over, they would leave. But
I don't think we understand. We still only have 20 offensive linemen on the roster. We make it
right.
You know
Like
what
they
I mean?
needed, yeah, they needed bodies. Like that's part of the thing. They needed bodies to add to the room.
Like they have 20 off, because I'll keep. I mean, if I look at, you use Black as an example, so I will. I don't know if he's going to start or not. I'm telling you, just from my vantage point as a guy that watches a ton of offensive line, there isn't night and day difference between me watching Sledge and me watching Black. So I'm not going to make any preconceived notions about who does what. I just look at the comparison of the two. It's the exact same thing I did with Spindler and Latovsky, right? I'm like, all right, Spindler's coming in or kind of negotiating. Let me look so I can kind of gauge who I think goes where. So I compare the two, right? So, and it's very comparable. The Spindler-Latovsky thing is very comparable for me. And I just use Sledge as an example because he's probably played the most of the young guys not named Tyler Canuck. I can't. I'm reserving judgment on Gatula because he has yet to be healthy. But you talk about another guy who was moving super fast. He was on crutches. I mean, dude was rolling. He was getting up and down the butts. It seemed like I was always sitting with the linemen, so I was kind of just making fun of him. He's like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm getting around." So I never want to discount a fresh set of eyes, a full off season to work out. He already played as a freshman. Like, I'm not ready to count out anybody.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't,
because
yeah.
I just think when you still only have 20 guys, and 20 that'll roughly be around the number. That isn't like, it's not like this oversized room where you got like extra guys sitting around.
Yeah, it's not the DB room. Yeah, it's not the DB room. No, not at all.
And
like,
somehow
it's still
the
a room where,
DBs
like,
got down to 21. How about that?
Yeah. But no, it's you're right. Like, I mean, that's the at the very core of it is, yeah, they needed to add to the room. And yeah, we can talk. I mean, what the tackle room was by the end of Donovan Raiola's time here, and what it could be like, just from a depth standpoint. But yeah, like, I mean, I'm reserving a lot of judgment on a lot of those interior guys just because, like, Paul Mubanga coming in, like Paul's not a surefire starter by any means. Like, there's highs and lows on that tape. Like, I said this, like, there was a lot when Pritchard came into the program. We talked a lot about, okay, there's the tape is very inconsistent, but the top end of the tape, there was some stuff there where we were like, oh, okay, well, you can see some of that. I think there's a lot of that with Tree as well, where the top end of the tape, like the really good stuff on Tree's tape, it's like, oh, like, Nebraska really hasn't had that.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we're ready, this matters. Again, just facts. I don't know what's going to happen. Just the facts. Who was the preseason phenom at South Carolina at quarterback?
Ooh.
That guy's name was Sellers, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Who was the preseason phenom at LSU? That guy's name was Nuss.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody, because we do the conference affiliation thing, was so enamored with guys from bigger name schools that came from other portals, why weren't those quarterbacks all protected better? I mean, could it be that there's room for growth regardless of where they came from? Because those two quarterbacks didn't have stellar, I feel protected, safe years, right? Those are just, so my point is, it's a fresh set of eyes with a more competitive.
Yes.
I'd let it play out before I make any sweeping judgments. But again, that's just me.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, I would say that, but that's what I'm saying in the sense of just like, it's not like a Paul, a Tree, like these guys aren't going to get anything handed to them because it's fresh set of eyes. But also, like, I don't think at the same time, you can't solely look at what Paul did on tape at LSU or what Tree did on tape at South Carolina and be like, well, that's what we're going to get out of it. Well, no, it's a different situation. Just like with Pritchett. Like, I think that's a perfect example. What you saw from Pritchett at Alabama is not what you saw from him, especially the last half of the season at Nebraska, especially that last month of tape he put up, because that is consistent, good left tackle tape.
That's Tim VERGHESE, Inside Nebraska. Tim, appreciate the time as always. Great stuff, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yes, sir. Talk next week.
Thanks, TV.
That is Tim VERGHESE, Inside Nebraska.
That's a segment.
Real quick here.
I like it.
Real quick segment.
Jerk.
What'd I do?
I know rules came in making waves, rules, but I tell you one thing I do like.
What's that?
You know, we've used the SEC as this, and listen, Babalade and
Mabanga.
Everybody may be great,
mm-hmm.
but I think one thing we should probably stop doing, especially if we're the least bit hypocritical, is we did this with MJ Sherman, we did it with Judy, we did it with Pritchett,
mm-hmm.
We did it with Justin Rhett. We act like because guys come from somewhere,
mm-hmm.
it must mean this.
That they're ex-player or whatever.
At some point, we got to stop doing that. And you better start using the Big Ten as the barometer as opposed to being awestruck by the SEC or the Pac-12. But I will say this. I understand the rationale. When you haven't been very good as a program and schools have been better than you in name,
sure,
you're enamored with when they come to your place.
Sure.
Just make sure you try to do and it's okay. Not everybody can watch O-line or D-line, and I'm not saying that. Not everybody has to be, Greg Cosell.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to formulate opinions and pawn it off as fact, at least have something to base it on.
Sure.
You don't know how many starters you got out of the portal.
No idea.
And you could still be accurate in the fact that you wanted Pyle and Sledge and whomever else to be playing by now.
Yeah.
But you don't know until you get a fresh set of eyes, because the thing that I think is disingenuous and drives me up the wall
mm-hmm.
is you're using the comparison and development of the offensive line from a guy most have never liked.
Mm-hmm.
So you just want to be miserable.
I just want to be mad about something.
If I don't like the leadership of a guy, I'm certainly not going to judge who he's leading.
Yeah.
Right?
Makes sense.
We have a fresh set of – we got 4 new eyes.
And by all accounts, I mean –
so why not just allow yourself to think, all right, I could get a better eval. Doesn't mean they're going to – I could get a better eval,
sure.
A truer representation of where we're at with more data.
Absolutely.
I just think that may be too far-fetched.
Jeep Wade consensus top 10 offensive line coach in the country?
I think 15 is
okay.
safe.
Let's call it 15.
I mean.
Totally fair. Let's call it top 15. Jeep Wade, top 15 offensive line coach in the country. As you mentioned, Donovan Raiola, a guy that most people in his fan base never liked, right? So if we believe, and literally everyone that does this for a living, and I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about analytics guys, I'm talking about coaches, I'm talking about those people that are in college football for a living, think Jeep Wade is a top 15 offensive line coach in the country, wouldn't you think the offensive line, even with guys in the room, would be better? Like that's a pretty linear, hey, if you get a better coach, the guys you have in the room will be better. I don't know if those guys are good enough or not.
Dang, I just validated rules on rules, and they said something dumb.
I know that. See, that's the problem with a good piece of cheese.
No, I'm still going to rock with him, though. He says our new D-line coach was in OSU in Cincy's backyard. Weird they didn't hire him. No, like, if you're that small-minded, yes. Ohio State has a D-line coach. He's not going to Cincy. That wasn't a thing. There was a specific thing that he wanted in terms of the evolution. Otherwise, he was going to wait for a guy that's going to get a good job next year coming from another school.
Mm-hmm.
Was going to be his target. So, no, it's not that linear. Like, this apparently is a guy that is We're going to look for everything we can as forensic clues to validate what we think. He clearly doesn't like Rule, so that's fine. I don't have an opinion on that. But you can't use every piece of objective data to validate that skewed vantage point. Like, since he's not in the discussion, what makes that weird?
You'd have to ask Rules.
Like, I don't know. I shouldn't be super moved by that. I just don't know. Like it's a lot of energy to be that dramatic about everything.
I want to stay on the offensive line here for a second. I assume you think Pritchett and Evans pretty much guaranteed starters.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody else you think is open, right? I know Tim said Brennan Black. You think is you think
I get the Black discussion.
I understand why. He's got like
40
31 starts or 40 starts or
I
something like that.
I don't know. I was going to say. I don't know.
He's got like 3 full years worth of starts.
Yeah.
So like it makes sense. You would assume he's brought in to start.
Yeah.
But so that's 3 guys capable of starters.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Sledge, you think could be a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Mabanga could be a starter.
Yeah.
I mean, he started 11 games at LSU.
Yeah.
He started at a power conference level. Could be a starter. Gatula could be a starter.
Yep.
Tree Babalade could be a starter.
Yep.
Preston Talmua.
I like him.
Do we think
Could he
he's
jump a guy? I'll leave it open. Sure.
okay? Do we think Grant Bricks is capable of being a starter?
Yes.
Okay, so we're at 9 right now of guys that we think could be starters. That's almost a full 2 deep on the offensive line. Is there anybody I'm missing? Tyler Kernack?
I mean, he's played, but I think
He's played and started.
I'll give him, even though he's had 2 different coaches,
Mhm.
for me to have an opinion, I'll leave it open to a different coach getting something different out of him.
Okay, so
Because I have to just be consistent. Because
sure.
Jones this is his 5th school from UCLA. So
Yeah.
if I'm going to leave that open to interpretation, I'm going to be consistent across the board.
Do we think Gibson Pyle could start?
I think, yeah.
We're at 11.
I think,
Go ahead.
so and I've only watched Wade a couple of times and not near as much with Teasley because just the availability of both at the sites. Hey, anything's possible.
Sure. But I mean, talk about guys that we have some idea of who we think they are, right?
Yes.
I got to 11 pretty quick of guys that could start. So I think the point is
Peters is interesting. I'm not sure what to do with Jake.
I don't know what to do with Peters. I don't know what to do with some of these younger guys like Knutson. I don't know what to do with some of these guys. Right?
Again, I disagree. Keep going, babe.
So I don't know what to do with some of these guys, but I got to 11 pretty easy potential starters with 2 new eyes in the room. And like some of these guys, Grant Bricks in particular, Preston Talmua in particular, Elijah Pritchett, who we think is a guaranteed starter, which I agree. Some of these guys were very, very, very highly sought after recruits. Mabanga from LSU, highly sought after recruit. Babalade from South Carolina, very highly sought after recruit. These are guys that there is at least a base level of talent there that if we agree with everybody else in the country that Jeep Wade is at least a top 15 offensive line coach in the country, that you've got the pieces to give yourself a shot.
Yeah, I would be super curious. I just am curious. I want to see Gatula with a full lifting off season.
Yeah, just to be healthy for a full cycle, right?
I want to see Gibson Pyle with a fresh set of eyes. I want to see if they're, and remember,
I'm a big Talmua guy.
So this is what I'm factoring in.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think we forget when we just go all linear with these generalizations. Remember, they want to run what offensive run scheme was Coach Rule adamant about running this year, in this upcoming season?
The counter. Yeah.
Gaps and counters. I have to leave myself open to envision that. Because I think I know what I
want it to look
like.
I
want it to look like.
Yeah.
Right? I've spent a lot of time like drawing counter, how to play pullers. Like,
yeah,
we see it a ton. It's everybody's baby. Not everybody.
It's
the teams that I admire. They're running. It's
a go-to.
Yeah. What team do I study when it comes to running counter?
You like USC?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lincoln Riley's great at counter.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, was I right about Woody Marks?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. That dude was a top 5 player in the Big Ten last year.
Yeah.
How he went
was
in the fourth
incredible.
round, I have no idea. That dude is way good.
It feels like running backs and wide receivers to a certain extent, and sometimes linebackers. When you get to the NFL draft, you get this thing where it's like, oh, this guy's going to be a 10-year pro. We love him. He's going to be great. We're taking him in the 3rd round. It's like, I'm sorry, what? It feels like those 3 positions in particular, like you just get this consensus, like he's going to be a great player. He's going to play for a decade. Don't worry, we'll get him in the 4th round.
That dude's pretty legit. I mean, this is the Texans.
Yeah.
It's not like you think, ooh, man, superior run game with that offensive line up front.
Not superior offense at all.
I don't know. A little Chubb and a little Woody. That'll work for everybody.
That would have been a really funny time to do a next-gen male medical read.
I'm just talking about you running.
Me too. You got to have a lot of stamina to play running back in the NFL. Let's take a quick break here. Get to our guy, Mike SAUTTER from Hurrdat Sports NEB Preps. Got a big basketball weekend coming up here as well. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
Yeah, I think, I've got 4 ultra experienced guys on the infield right now. I mean, with Overbeek, you got Carey, Jet Buck is a guy we brought in to make an instant impact. He'll probably be at second base to start the year. And Sanderson's a 3-year starter, at first base. So outfield maybe a little bit, more open, but you got Max Budenbeck obviously returns, hit is in the 3-hole most of the year last year. Nunez was all freshman team guy. So that's a lot of household names right there. Guys have a lot of at-bats. So I think what we've done is we've added more left-handed bats to the group. We did lose some, right? Lost some guys in the portal and to graduation, but I think we added a lot of really good pieces that are left-handed from the junior college ranks. Hopefully give us some balance and some options. But again, at the end of the day, I think your best teams you've got your role players that know what their roles are, and then you've got the guys that pretty much know they're going to be written in the lineup every day.
Panic. Well, at least for myself. There was not a lot of words being said. Jeff does the iPad in the back, so he's trying to figure out was it good, was it not. We were able to get the angle of it wasn't good. So everybody was able to breathe when he showed that angle of it. So, but it was for about a minute 30. It was a little scary for a second. My heart dropped. So, but yeah, it was huge. Just being able to come in with halftime with a lead, that it's arguable that we didn't play well enough to deserve that lead, but we were playing a really good team. So just there's nothing more important than late game execution and 2-minute execution at the end of the half. So I think that gave us a little bit of confidence, just going into half, knowing we didn't play our best ball, but still being up 2. And then I thought we started off the second half pretty well, at least on offense.
Even the last 2 times that we've been there we haven't played good basketball. And 2 years ago, they took it to us a little bit, and then last year in the first half and the start of the second half was a disaster for us. And so we've emphasized fast starts all year, and this is just another example of it's hard to climb out of a 20-point deficit like we did, and you can't rely on that, right? Going into that building with that coach and with Martinelli and that group, 20 points is going to be hard to come back from. So to jump on them and come out hot, that's something we always talk about, but especially in this building. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a feeling. I don't know. Sometimes the game just comes to you a little bit more. And in my role, like, I'm not necessarily hunting shots with the guys that we have. And so we talked about just the other day, like, passing up a bad shot is selfish, and that's something to think about, right? Like, it hurts our offense to pass up good shots no matter who it is. And so just being ready to score when the opportunity comes, like, that helps everybody else. So I don't know if it's a confidence thing necessarily, but just taking advantage of opportunities.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Mike Sautter.
Yeah.
Mike Sautter.
Oh, man, you're going to put me on the spot.
Mike Sautter.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Mike Sautter from Hurrdat Sports and NEB Preps. Mike, what's going on, man?
Sorry, just drinking some coffee.
That's all right. You gotta get that energy going.
Yeah, not straight black either.
It's too soon. I knew you were gonna come with some gem, so I was not gonna put my headphones on until after like the first 20 seconds.
Well, you're the one that said it, not me.
I was trying to move on.
This is true.
I feel like I was painted in a very unfair light. I'm always the big
You said, "Do you like it black?" And I was like, "Do you?" No, you said,
"Are you a black guy?" That's what he said.
Do you take it black?
No, I said, "Are you a black guy?"
Yeah, and I was like, "I don't think he is." Pretty sure.
Anyway, how did you make it this morning? How many are we on? Second?
2. Yeah, this is 2.
What time did you get cracking?
About 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
you don't take either of the L's to school, do you?
I did today because the wife had to work this morning and be somewhere. So
do you make breakfast?
They're kind of self-sufficient. So like a bagel, it's not hard.
Is that the go-to?
Yeah, that's kind of their go-to for the kids. Me, I'm a Lucky Charms guy almost every day.
Dude, you're not going to eat it because it's old, but you are cheap, so maybe you'll contemplate it. I have a purple, I don't know what it is. I just know it's Lucky Charms with a lot of marshmallows in it. It's unopened, but it is like 2 months old. Would you like it?
If it's unopened, it'll work.
It's unopened. Mike is the big cereal guy, but for whatever the reason, he's passed on that one. And Zoe's doesn't take it for lunch, which I think somebody originally bought it for. I can't remember, but it's unopened. You can have it. It'll save you $2 or $3.49, and I know you're all about pinching pennies.
Yeah, I went to the store the other day, bought the giant size and like the big, huge box.
Is it red?
Yeah. And it was $4.49 on sale, and then I had a coupon for $1 off if you buy 2. So I'm like, okay, that's $4, or that's $4 or $3.99 a piece. So I was like, deal, I'm getting 2.
You got 2 family size for $4?
Giant size, not even family size, the bigger one.
Dude, who eats that much cereal?
Me.
I mean, he did say he eats it every morning. That's a lot of cereal to go through.
You eat cereal every morning?
Pretty much every morning. Yeah. Sometimes a breakfast bowl, Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl.
I've had those. Those are pretty good.
You should try making your own.
Make my own cereal?
No, numbnut. Breakfast bowl.
Yeah, no, that's too much work. I am not doing that.
Okay.
They're pretty cheap too. The breakfast bowls aren't.
Well, you have to go to a certain place to get it cheap enough because
of course you've scouted it.
Yes. I had, when I went to the grocery store the other day, so I get breakfast bowls at a certain store, and then I get a couple things at another store because the price difference is like 55 cents.
Can I tell you how much I don't grocery shop a ton. My wife does most of it because I don't really know how to cook. But one of my biggest pet peeves is having to go to different grocery stores for different things. And it's not even.
This dude is he'll drive around the city.
It's not even about a price thing. Like, it's not even like, oh, I don't want to. It's usually she'll only do it. And sometimes I'll tag along to, like, be a good husband or whatever. But usually she'll only do it if the place doesn't have it. She's not, like, trying to save a couple pennies, but it still drives me crazy. I'm like, why do we have to go to another place? Like,
at what point did you calculate only paying like $1.69 in gas that makes it worth to hit multiple driving spots?
I mean, that's a normal thing. I would drive a little bit out of the way to save 20 cents on gas or something. Yeah.
I hate going multiple spots. It drives me crazy.
Okay. For example, the gas station that is within 6 blocks of my house is always about 8 to 15 cents more per gallon than driving 2 miles away. So I'll drive the 2 miles away instead of the 5 blocks to save 15 cents a gallon for sure.
Not a bad point, Haas, but I don't eat tacos. If it was like sausage patties or bacon, I would definitely know.
I haven't put what I need to do is make bacon. Maybe tomorrow morning. I need to do bacon on the Blackstone. I haven't done that in a while.
You better layer up and invest in some fat today, because that temp is going to eat your little skinny narrow behind up in the morning.
I said tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. It might be too cold for me.
Yeah, that thing's not worth the squeeze trying to gauge the temp and hot spots. I'm over it.
I was a big Blackstone guy when I bought it, last year. And now I'm kind of reverting back to I might need to get rid of this and just get a regular grill.
Just you can share that with anybody but Shafe. That dude is the only dude I know that has mastered the efficiency versus the outcome of a Blackstone.
The cleaning and
he's got it down to a science. The dude is nails.
It just takes so long to clean it and to prep it and it's like, why am I doing all this work for food?
Speaking of work,
that's why I don't like to cook at all.
Who gets your attention tonight?
Well, I will be my game of the week is Mount Michael hosting Roncalli.
Oh, there we go.
In the Palace.
Is it because you get free concessions?
No, it's at Mount Michael.
Oh, so they're legit too, though.
It's in the little cracker bat, the little.
Is it in the old gym?
Hey, that gym.
I love the old gym.
Hey, can I just ask one question? Because I spoke out there. Is it still cold in there, or do they adjust the tent when they play in that little gym?
I haven't been to a home game there in a couple of years, I think. So
that was one of the best home atmospheres I've ever been to in a high school basketball. That gym's incredible.
It's unbelievable. And there's nowhere to sit.
Yeah, you can't even sit on this. There's not even a full sideline.
Right. They did change it, I guess, to where they maybe took a row of bleachers out or something, where you actually, if you're sitting on the bench, your feet aren't on the court. So I think they changed it. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but it is very tight quarters and it can get very loud in there because it's so small. Last time I was there, I remember they had to pull chairs out and put it on the
on the stage.
Yeah, for fans to sit in. So that might be another, we got to lock the doors, not let anyone else in type of situation.
Last time I was there, the student section was incredible also. They had organized chants. They had the whole thing. It was one of my favorite atmospheres I've been to. We had to go, because I coached there against them. We had to have a 15-minute tour around the gym with the refs to be like, hey, you can be standing out of bounds, but your toes are going to be inbounds. We're not going to knock you for we had a whole tutorial of the entire gym, so we knew what rules we were playing with.
Yeah, it's very unique, and I don't think they really want to build a new gym anytime soon. So it makes it a little bit interesting to be so tight, I guess, and tight quartered.
How did Prep Westview not win? And which team do you think you know more about?
So didn't put Prep Westside up or Westview as an option.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw Prep last week, and I just kind of trying to spread it out a little bit, I guess.
Oh, a big share the love guy.
Yeah, I mean, as much as people think I don't like going to different games,
You were doing hey, listen, you were doing good. Let's stay right here.
Well, some comments last week were a little rough. Or people are just not rough. People just don't know that the planning and stuff that goes into a weekly schedule for what we do at NEB Preps. There's a lot of communication. But anyway, Prep Westview. What do I think I know? I think I know Prep is pretty good, but beatable depending on the matchup, basically any matchup, like any game, any given night. And I think that about basically everybody. Now, Westview's coming off
like the top 7. Does Westview belong in like that Super 7 range? Because I think most people have a consensus of 7.
Yeah.
Is Westview, do they make 8, or are they closer to Papio in that regard, where you don't probably want to see them
beating Southeast the other night moves them closer to that group, I think. They're just so young. Like Westview is really young. They're really old last year. They're really young this year, but they're really talented. So I think they're probably on the edge of that group. But if they can beat Prep, then they're probably squarely in that group, which is, different. So it changes the game. I do. I mean, I very much so think it is going to be a wild ride coming down the stretch here in Class A. Because just look at last week. You had, number one.
Westside beat Prep, or got beat by Prep, then turns around and goes to Southwest and beats them.
Just beat Southeast.
And Prep beats Westside, then goes and plays North Star and takes an L.
Loses.
Yeah. Like, it's just a lot. Any given night, man. Like, any given night. It's amazing how balanced it is this year, which is very fun because, frankly, we haven't seen it like this in a long time, where just depends on the matchup. Like, it just who you get. It's kind of like the NCAA tournament. Like, whatever the matchup is, could win, could not. Like, it's a matchup thing every given night. So when it gets down to like district finals, those games could be just
the seedings are going to be wild. And I'm going to ask you because of a couple of things, and I have a little bit of a chance to sort itself out. But high school basketball always waits till late, right? Like, you're going to be in February before you know kind of where you're at with the pairings of the same record teams, and one is, I think they see each other tonight. Of the 9-3 teams, you got to push your stock chips in. You're pushing them, and it doesn't have to be the head-to-head tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're playing the long game of the 9-3 teams, you like Central, you like Bell West, 2 historic powers.
Oh man, Central has a lot of depth, but that could be a bad thing. Bellevue West has the ability to just go off and make like 15 threes in a night. So I think probably more Bellevue West long-term right now.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a couple better wins already this year. If you're looking at, that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Tough.
Yeah. And then even Monday they have they played Trainer Iowa in the MLK Classic at Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln, which will be.
Are we going to stream that?
I don't think it's streamed. I'm not sure.
Question. She wanted to know what the viewing availability is for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can ask Coach Isaacson.
Just ask him, because if it's sanctioned, you may be able to get it through NFHS, but I don't think it is, even though he does it every year.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do know that day will be very good because like Gretna plays AL, Storm Lake, Iowa plays West Side. And then Waukee Northwest plays Millard North. Sioux City East plays Millard South. Bellevue West plays Trainer Iowa.
You like that? You like that Northwest team in terms of their multi-sport Division I talent?
Bro, they're very good. Like they're very, very good. So it's not just like Colin Rice has been going off. So Colin Rice,
do they have their starting 5 are all Division I guys?
Yeah, yep.
Regardless of football, basketball.
Yeah, Colin committed to or signed with Nebraska. Going to Nebraska. So if fans, on Monday, if you don't have anything to do, go watch.
Sweet.
It's MLK Day. Some people have the day off. So that's all I'm saying.
And remind Jacob, I guess I can text him too, but it is MLK Day, so he should actually be nice to me. He never talks to me at these things, but he should actually be nice to me on that day in particular.
Yeah. Waukee Northwest plays at 3 against Miller North. So
we're going to get to them in a second. So you
Okay.
like Bill V West of the 9 and 3s?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of the 7 and 7s.
Oh boy.
Millard South or the Monarchs?
Papio. Their schedule's been just
I like
so
them
hard.
too. That schedule is a nightmare, and I watched that West Side game close. Like, they're capable if you play their style.
Yeah, their schedule's been brutal. Like, and that's why in our coaches poll, like they were 7 and 6, after last weekend. So Sunday, I'm working on the coaches poll, and then I look, I'm like, they're 7 and 6, and then I look harder, and I'm like, oh, that's why the coaches still have them number 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. Like that's why. Like that. Their schedule has been probably the toughest of anybody so far, which will help them down the road. Playing closer games. They are old. That experience of winning a district final on the road at Westview last year certainly helped them.
People forget they were in 8.
Yeah, and then making the state tournament, I think, certainly helped them. They came into this season with expectations, right? So it's just how do you manage that, I think. So,
all right.
But I would take them.
Okay, so what about tonight with the aforementioned Millard South? For whatever the reason, and maybe it's me, I don't know. I feel like we've even with a Mustang honk sitting next to me, I still feel like Millard North is flying under the appreciated radar. Fair, foul. It's a big one tonight. No love lost between these schools at all
in any sport
with the old high school portal.
Yeah, not especially now. After recent events, I should say.
Carry on, my wayward son.
I think Millard North doesn't have the star, this year. So that's why I think they're kind of under the radar. If from a, casual fan perspective, they're like, oh, who do they have? Well, they just have a bunch of nice players. Like, it's fine. Millard South took a loss the other night. Was that Lincoln East on Tuesday? I think Wednesday, something. But Kobe Myers has had a triple-double this year, so that's different. It's just he needs a couple more people to maybe step up to around him. Mm-hmm. And it could be close. It's at Millard South, so that makes it a little bit tighter of a gym and
I've never sat anywhere other than I'm a second tier, second rung,
all the
can't
way
get
up.
a good seat guy because nobody I'm sitting up there anyway.
Yeah, it's it can be loud. Their intro thing that they do there is pretty loud and turn all the lights on. I mean, everyone's doing that stuff now, but theirs just feels a little different. Yeah. So it's one's very intriguing.
I'm not going to tell you over the air because it defeats the whole purpose of why I'm going, but I will be tonight at the most innocuous why is he there game of tonight's games. So I will send you a picture of where I am at.
Okay. Oh, I know where you're going.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
What? No, because I'm an undercover brother, and you will dime me out.
You're not gonna be real undercover out there, homie.
Oh, I think I have a good idea of what you. Okay.
So anyway, Jerome.
Yeah, you're gonna stand out a little bit.
That was my point.
I don't appreciate either one of you. Jerome, I have a couple of other questions.
I said that with a straight face, by the way.
I have a couple of other questions. You're kind of watching your guys, Price, Braden, Sam. Be honest. Who's closest to what you thought they would be when you watched them in high school?
Oh, man.
Who's closest?
Hold on. Can I throw another one in there?
Go ahead.
I know you're not on the beat for this team in particular, but I'm going to throw Jason Green in there also.
Good one.
Okay.
Well, you might as well give him Trout too, because
Trout.
he and I spent a lot of time together watching
5
Trout.
Well, and let's throw Josh Dix in there also. Might as well.
Okay.
So we got 6 guys playing at the 2 major Division I programs, and which of those 6 guys is closest to what you thought they would be?
Well, I mean, I watched Josh Dix.
That's mine.
Yeah, of those 6, probably Josh Dix.
Although Jason Green is close, because
I thought it might be Jason.
I fawned over that dude in high school, even when he was the other guy.
Yeah, so Josh Dix played in those hideous brown jerseys. You remember those things, Damon? AAU basketball.
Yeah.
Those are the ugliest. AAU.
And we were like, "Oh, he'd be so nice to have. Can he come to our team?"
They were terrible. So
the jerseys, not the team.
Yeah,
the team
jerseys. They were. How do I say this? Poop brown with black numbers.
Remember watching them in Lincoln when we first saw those guys and they broke them out? I was like, WTH, what do we
like? Who signed off on this? Who's like, yeah, this is a good
I know the person. We all know that person. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
All right.
So Josh Dix, and here's why: because he's always had that mid-range game. He's always had that like killer mentality a little bit, but he's quiet, right? Like he doesn't say a lot. So of those guys, I would say Jason's actually doing more than I thought.
Really?
Like I thought he'd be good. But I
found myself growing impatient, and my crazy affinity for Mac. I was like, can we just turn this guy loose? I think he's really good. But he was battling injuries for so long.
Well, still is.
Obviously still is with that shoulder, yeah.
Yeah. And then I would say Price is probably the next one, because watching Price, AAU a bunch and a little bit of high school games, he always a killer like shooter.
Remember him in Kansas City at that showcase as a junior?
Yeah. Just like
I was like, this dude is a throat slitter.
Yeah, he's got that killer mentality. And in Iowa, he didn't really show it as much because he had his brother and Josh and all these other guys around him. But now it's a little bit more like, whoa, okay. Like if he can go for the jugular real fast, and if he hits one, you're in trouble. Like the 6-second like 3-pointer he made. So Nate Biddle hits a 3. 6 seconds later, down the court, Nebraska is pushing it. I mean, from the time that Nate Biddle for Oregon hit a 3 to the time that Price Sanford hit a 3, it was 6 seconds. That's insane, right? And it doesn't count as a fast break point, but like that was nuts. So, and that trail, obviously Nebraska likes using trailing and hitting.
So we spent a lot of time, and you could maybe make the case with like Trey Anderson and some of those guys that I don't know if Pius maximized, but they had a lot of good individual pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So is the discussion of who's the furthest away from what you saw in high school, is it between Frager and Hoiberg?
Ooh. Frager being this good this fast has surprised me.
Can I throw one in there because he was on fire the other night? But you love Jacobson because he was such a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So of the 3 that are the furthest from what you saw in high school, we're down to Cale, Sam, and Braden.
With Braden, is it the level or just the timing of it?
The timing, how fast it's happened.
Because I think a lot of people saw some version of this upside, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Braden was a Adidas camp like All-American guy. Like he was.
Hey, remember us talking about him his junior year when he was starting to blow up?
Yeah, like
and I gave you the fireplace reference. I was like, man, he'd be sensational in your living room. He would get you killed in the forest.
Yeah.
That was what because he would give it to Westside. And in the summer, it was like, this dude is a menace. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if you could get away with saying acting like that in college with your coach still. Like there were these like people forget he and Chuck Love were on the same team.
Yeah, he's matured a lot. The farthest away, my answer is Sam. Like,
because of how highly regarded he is amongst other coaches in the conference, it's incredible to hear every coach lament about him.
So I kind of went back and I was like, okay, Coach Mack said how impactful he was. Brad Underwood has said it. Greg Gard said it.
Izzo
said it. And then Dana Altman said it. How good he is. I'm like, that's
just don't use the word pest.
The word
it's my son, so I have a hard time using the word pest. But he does have the ability to get underneath you. Thanks, Fred.
I think there's two things that surprised me the most about Sam. Number one, that his minutes were this scalable, right? That's a guy you look at and you're like, hey, 15 minutes a game, that's awesome, right? The fact that he can play 30 a game and have not just the same, but a greater impact, a lot of guys of his skill set don't translate that way. The second...
Oh, that's sneaky good. I agree.
Thank you.
For not a stat sheet jumper?
Yes.
I agree.
That's
a good pull.
The second thing is I didn't know that he could elevate his offensive game to this level where he could be like, there's times where he just like takes a guy. And you're just like, wait, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Because he's so discerning on when to.
Well, he's got a guy that believes in him. So the freedom to do what he does, I'm telling you, I'm a big need somebody to believe in you guy. Like,
this is also the thing I like about Frager, though, is he's got incredible discernment into where to insert himself into a situation.
So, I owe my ding dong son an apology because playing against them, you know what he's always said about
Which one?
Caleb.
Oh.
I'm not talking to Micah right now, so we don't have to worry about he goes for 5 years now, he told me that Frager is a catch and shoot, get downhill, take away right hand guy. And I'm like, what part of Frager says catch and shoot at that point? But to hear Coach Hoiberg yesterday, the day before, say,
"Hey, just shoot the dang ball."
Oh, he's turned into a great catch and shoot guy. I had to send Caleb a message. I was like, "Yeah, so what?
My bad.
So what? You assess guys you're having to defend. Like, big deal. He turns out to be a catch and shoot guy.
Straight line driver too, which he's fantastic at getting downhill. So, yeah.
My man will put his hip on you and play angles.
You're right.
He just doesn't let you get to his good hand. People try.
He doesn't let you cut him off.
I've seen 1,000 reports on this guy.
He doesn't let you cut him off.
He gets in between you and where he wants to be.
Correct. He's also, I will say, like the maturity thing. Even the other night, it was after he dunked on a dude. That was nasty. Like the dunking on a dude's head.
That's going. I've seen that a few times when you let him go left without being impeded. You will get embarrassed.
Yeah, he's left-handed. It's like you should know that's his dominant side. Anyway, he I like the non-answer of putting it or what it. I think Wilson asked the question of something about dunking on somebody. I forget what the exact phrasing was, and Fred was actually standing over there, and Frager was like, and then he looked over, and Fred's like, "You don't have to answer that. We're done here." Like, just kind of a little more maturity of that. So he's learned a lot. He's been very good. The Sam thing, I will say, back to Hoiberg, outside of rink mass, he's the most important player on the team.
People debate that. That's good. I let people. These conversations have become fascinating.
Yeah, I can't fight you. I can't fight you on it.
Which is cool when you have so many integral parts. But like, is it Lawrence? Is it Hoiberg? Is it Buchengel? Is it it's just is it
Mast?
Is it Frager?
Is it Frager?
Well, getting it done the other night.
He set Mast aside.
Is it Sanford?
Getting it done the other night without Mast really kind of at all is, I mean, he played 16 minutes or something because of foul trouble, was fascinating. Like, didn't see that coming, winning by 30. Now, Oregon, I will tell you, they feel bad for Dana Altman because that dude looked like he wanted to do the Rick Pitino jump outside and die of frostbite thing. Like, he looked like he wanted nothing to do with coaching that team. So, yeah.
Oh, you're important. People know your segment's done, so they're gonna give you grief over something you said.
No, that's not. That was a person.
Oh, that's an alarm?
No, that was a person that doesn't live here anymore. Calling me back from last night or yesterday or something.
That's our guy, Mike Sautter, Hurrdat Sports, NAB Preps. Mike, enjoy the basketball weekend. We'll talk to you later.
You'll be surprised tonight, Jerome. See you later.
I'll be surprised by what?
By where he's going.
I am.
Oh.
So will everybody in that gym.
Because you're. Never. I was going to say it, but no. Okay. I got to go. I do have a funeral I got to get to. So.
Me too. They can't be the same one.
It's got to be the same one.
No way you know this guy.
At 10?
Well, the visitation is at 10. The funeral.
Oh, no. This is the actual funeral. So, no, not the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. R.I.P. to.
This is the wrestling community guy.
Yeah,
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Well, best of luck to you.
Yeah, bye.
See you, babe.
That is Mike Sautter, Hurrdat Sports, NAB Preps.
There's two very conflicting funerals today.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll be curious to see. There are a couple guys in the wrestling community that are gonna have to double dip.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially.
Yeah, Coach Manning talked about.
Earlier
this week. Yeah.
And then there's another guy, Lucky. We won't give his government, but who's at 11 with his viewing at 10. And there are guys in the wrestling community that overlap that would know both.
Oh yeah. There was.
Boy, I bet Clinton has a super conflict.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was still talking about Sam Hoiberg.
Yeah, so I get the great defender, Brett, with the stat sheet deal. Like we cherry picked the 11, 6, 5, and 3.
That's not what it is most nights.
And I know. And like,
I mean,
context does matter.
So,
and I shouldn't be triggered.
You know what?
The LOL from adults is an easy way to set me off. So I will be better.
Do you want to know what his?
Because I do think you mean well. Because if you look at his regular season game splits, it's not 11, 6, 5, and 3.
It's 8, 5, and 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He's
leave it
8,
here.
5, and 4.
It's okay.
You know
and what coaches have talked about
Mhm.
almost to a man that lament, and lament is the right word.
Mhm.
It's what have they all talked about? The things that don't
show up
in the numbers.
Mhm.
That's why I said what I said. But we're good. We're boys.
You know what he reminded me of?
I don't know if we're boys.
This
Brett could be like that dude's a POS.
This is a.
But I'll rock with you, Brett.
Kind of a deep cut. But I was trying to think of guys that I felt like had the same impact on a game without having the same counting stats.
Yeah.
And this guy, if I remember right, didn't defend at the same level that Sam Hoiberg does, but had remarkably similar stats and was recognized similarly in his league. I'll give you a chance. Who do you think? Do you have any idea who I'm talking about? College player only.
Okay.
College player only.
Did you set the context though? Because you kind of skipped over what I think I need a place of origin.
So he's a guy that played in a league we would both be familiar with.
Okay.
His stats, he won player of the year in his conference with stats that are not unsimilar to Hoiberg's this year. And I'm thinking of a guy who has a similar impact without killing the stats. This is a deep pull.
Well, the stats thing threw me because you know who I wanted to say?
Who?
Sturts.
Nope.
But, I mean, he's prolific.
Older. And a league we're both probably less familiar with now, but would have been very familiar with at the time. It's a deep cut.
Got to be a guard.
Yep, it's a guard.
How many years ago?
Little over 15.
Jeez.
I told you it's a long time ago. It's a deep cut. I think it's like 08. I think it's like 08. Let me check. Let me check the year. You can't see my screen, right?
God, I usually
07, 08.
I usually like these.
For context, he averaged for a full season, and he won Conference Player of the Year. 8.6 points per game.
Still my guy, Brett.
6.5 assists per game. 4.5 rebounds per game. So the only big difference here is he's a couple more assists a game than than Sam. But everything else is Sam shoots a higher percentage.
You went back 17 years.
I did, yeah. You'll know this guy.
You need to give me the conference now.
Missouri Valley.
Oh. No, because Funk scored more than that.
Yeah, not Funk.
Goggles. McKinney. Tyler McKinney.
Not a Creighton guy. McKinney didn't win Conference Player of the Year.
Oh, I forgot. You said POY?
Yeah, he won Conference Player of the Year with those stats.
Give it to me.
Adam Emenecker.
So, do you know why I should know that?
Why?
I'm mad at myself. I may throw myself through that window.
Don't do that.
No, I did that on accident, and I still haven't healed.
Yeah, don't do that.
By the way, never mind. I'm the only guy you know, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
The only guy you know that has tried to eat that sandwich at Jethro's in Ankeny, Iowa.
Oh, the Emenecker?
Yes. The only guy you know that's tried to eat that sandwich.
Yeah.
And I was with Oklahoma Tyler. I said, give me the Emenecker.
He won Missouri.
And I ate it deconstructed.
He won Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year as a senior. 8.6 points per game, 6.5 assists per game, 4.6 rebounds per game.
Emenecker won
almost
POY.
Almost identical stats to Fred Hoiberg.
That is a heck of a pull. What do you want, Shane?
What kind of sandwich is it?
Chicken sandwich.
It had chicken on it.
I don't know. It has a lot of stuff
chicken,
on it, right?
pulled pork, burger,
mm-hmm.
tips, chicken tenders. That's how I figured out I go back to the first thing that Jay Noddle told me when he was encouraging me to be successful. He was like, careful about owning anything that eats.
Mm.
And this was basically retail to development in business, but I equate it to kids.
Yeah.
One CJ Mitchell.
Okay.
As a fourth grader.
Yeah.
So a itty bitty fourth, fifth grader ordered a ribeye.
Okay.
At Jethro's Barbecue after we had a full day at Adventureland.
Yeah.
Was it Altoona or Ankeny? Altoona. And I said, okay, make sure you eat it all. Like I'll spring for what was then a $23 steak for a guy that weighed about 21 pounds. He took about 6 bites. He pushed it away from the table. He said, oh, man, DB, man, I'm stuffed. I'm full. I said, oh, God. Which part of that did you use with your fork? Because I'm taking it home.
Yeah, because we're doing it.
That's why I said don't own anything that eats.
Yep.
T-Mac, of course, I use LOL all the time because I know you hate it. I know, T-Mac, because you're a big proponent of black on black crime. You just don't like me. It's not that funny, Shane.
It's a little funny.
When you have a few friends, they ought to be nice to you.
I was laughing at the
chicken sandwich.
Like
T-Mac
me.
is one of those guys I let text me late.
Like me, I'm nice to you.
No.
I brought you a treat today.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this.
It was the thought that counts. I knew you weren't going to eat it, but I brought it up yesterday. It's a thing I know you like.
You know, I'm a big all 5 senses guy.
Yeah, you're going to smell it.
I'm going to smell it. Oh, geez. Is this homemade cookie? Is this cookie homemade?
Yes. You should at least try the cookie. Even if you don't want the frosting, you'll love the oatmeal cookie.
Oh, this smells like $1 million.
They're really good. You'll love the oatmeal part of the cookie, at the very least.
Lord have mercy.
At least break off a little piece of the cookie. You'll like.
Man, don't.
That's
why are you trying to lead me down that?
I'm not. Just break off a little piece. You know, like a Kit Kat bar. Just break off a little piece.
Oh no! What is Todd laughing at now? What'd I say?
I don't know. I think it was probably the black on black crime thing. If I had to guess.
Oh.
If I had to guess.
That's fine.
You won't have to worry about that tonight where you're at.
He said Pest would be an upgrade. Yeah, I agree. But Sean, he actually loves his kids, but he probably still talks to them.
He's not talking to Micah?
No, he's
on probation.
Dude is wild.
What's he doing now?
He makes everything. He's mad.
Mm-hmm.
This is who he is. He's mad that we got a new dog,
mm-hmm.
which he doesn't understand was dropped in our lap.
Yeah, you didn't choose it really.
Without getting a chance to give Biggie a swan song. He's like, why can't we just celebrate the rest of Biggie's life before we have to transition a new dog?
You can't still celebrate Biggie's life?
Dude. So he engages very little with Bella Blue.
I'm going to talk.
I'm like,
I'm gonna talk,
but it's just who he is.
I'm going to talk to Micah.
Mr. Loyal.
I'm going to talk to Micah directly right now. Okay? Micah, this is for you.
They're not in school today either.
Yeah. So
which I didn't know.
He's probably listening. Micah, I had a dog that I loved very, very much. She was like my ride or die. Like that was my girl. She started getting sick one year, and my wife had asked, hey, if you ever find another dog like one of her dogs, please, as a puppy, please get it.
Mm.
So we went. I saw a picture from the rescue, the same rescue I got Tally from, and I said, hey, like this is Baby Shadow. Like, you want to go drive up there today, get this dog? And she's like, yes, absolutely. Let me tell you, it in no way affected A, how I felt about Tally, B, how we honored her life, and C, I actually think it helped improve the end of her life.
Yeah, it's just I'm rationalizing with somebody who is very, very, very
and I swear to God,
opinionated.
There is no person in the world that was more loyal to a dog than I was to Tally.
It's just, and I mess with him, but it is a reflection of his personality. I could say, hey, such and such and such and such is coming up to school today.
Mm-hmm.
Can you kind of look out, show him the ropes? You know what? Instead of just saying sure, no problem, you know what he's gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
Are they a West Side guy or not? I'm not trying to deal with people that are waffling.
Sounds like he'd get along with Coach Rule.
Bro, can we?
What?
You're a child.
What'd I do?
It's fine.
Hey, you're either for Nebraska or you're not. Get on out. Got no room for waffles in the state. Only pancakes.
How about this dude telling me
that's an offensive line joke.
Years ago, was it a couple now? When I was like, damn, man. I can't believe Trev. Look. It's transactional. It's very fluid. Stuff happens.
Everybody.
Stop being so emotionally attached. You're either growing or you're dying. Does everything have to be like that?
Yeah. You're either for Nebraska or you're not.
And Menor looked at me. He's like, yeah.
Get out.
Get tougher, chump. I was like, whatever, Mike.
Let's take a quick break. We're going to get to
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
We'll get to bet on it. No, I want to see if we can make you some money. We get to bet on it, brought to you by Warhorse Sports.
Are you going to pay for my dog's vet visit today at 3?
How much is it?
I don't know, but can I swap dogs?
What do you mean?
So it's Bella and Biggie.
Yeah.
But Buddha's the one that's like vomiting now. Can I swap out Biggie, even though he's older, and take Buddha and have the vet be like, oh, no problem?
What does Biggie need?
I just need to know where he is with how close he is to his deathbed.
Does he have any problems right now?
Do you ever watch that dude walk? He's like 1 mile an hour.
I mean, any new problems?
Aside from a shaky bladder, no. And no teeth. And breathing exceptionally hard at night.
Just bring them all in. Just take the whole group.
All right. Well, I better win a bet on it.
Just throw them in a backpack. Be like, here we go.
And my deductible still hasn't kicked in.
Yeah, you gotta take care of that.
It's $700.
Oh, that's not terrible.
No,
that's not bad.
But I need to read the fine print next time.
I would say you're brand new though, first of the year, man.
You have deductible on your dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
ever tried to own a pet without insurance?
No, not for the longest time.
It's expensive.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Your boy would be close to homeless.
Get on top of you in a hurry.
Especially when you have high maintenance dogs like Frenchies.
Yeah. We'll take a quick break here. We will get to bet on it. We'll go through the NFL games this week. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
Yeah, Martinelli is the most unique player in our league with a variety of ways that he can score the ball, and he's shooting a really high percentage from 3 right now, and his ISOs they just give you anxiety with all the different things that he can do. He can't ever go down with your hands down. And if he makes contested tough shots, then you can't get deflated. You just have to do the best job you can. He's a leading scorer in the country right now, and just what he's done over the course of his career, you got to give him a lot of credit. You got to give their staff a lot of credit for developing him into the type of player that he is. He's truly special. And you look at this Northwestern team, and we showed this to our guys in film this morning. They've had leads in every game. Last night was a 2-possession game late against Illinois, and they've had leads on the road at Michigan State, which we all know is extremely hard to do. And this is a team that has a lot of heart, and we know.
I mean, ball moved. I thought guys were in comfort zones. I thought we had an incredible advantage at the rim. I mean, we must have scored 50-some-odd points in the paint. That was one of the things we looked at going into the game. We were just comfortable playing. It wasn't a matter of, it definitely wasn't a defensive slugfest. That's for damn sure, right? It definitely wasn't that. Two teams played well offensively, and whoever had the ball last was the winner. Even the game of bounces, Green's layup, tie score with, 11 seconds left, 10 seconds left. Bounce, one-hand runner with 1 second on the shot clock. If he took that shot 700 times, he'd miss 699 of them. The one time it went in was against Georgetown. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with this first practice right now, we're just taking one day at a time. We had guys, who, you could look at like as a bunch of newcomers, like you never know what it's like to be like that. But, I think that's a good thing. We got guys who are confidently, shown in the fall that are capable of doing whatever it takes, and I think that's going to build us up. And I think us as coming as a team in total, like it's gonna be fun to watch. Yeah, I learned that whoever's in the lineup, man, anybody can play wherever. Whoever's in that top 9 spots is confidently say that is able to do it, and we'll get it done for our guys. And I think that's what's so important is that guys are willing to do it for each other, and we're not feel like we're up there doing it for ourselves. And I think that's what brought this team together is that we're not selfish, but we got a bunch of unselfish guys who's willing to do what it takes to help this team out.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. It's time for Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook and Casino, the best place in Nebraska. Place your sports bets. Listen, you don't have an option. If you live here right now, you got to drive to make your bets no matter what. So don't drive across the river and give your money to those folks. You stay right here. You drive to Warhorse, either in Lincoln or in Omaha. Go there, place your bets. Keep your money in the state of Nebraska where it belongs, and maybe go get some food at the Ale House while you're there. Hang out, maybe play some table games as well. They've got you covered no matter what you need. It's Warhorse Sportsbook and Casino. You can also go there and bet on these NFL games we got this weekend.
Why would we do that?
Well, some people like betting on the NFL. I don't know if it's pretty popular. I don't know if you know this.
Considering the conversation we just had on air, off air.
Yeah.
You do have a natural inclination.
I do. But I think my intentions are different than they used to be. Like, I'm more well-meaning than I used to be.
Did you like that conversation with Micah?
No, it was good.
Is that not exact?
I guarantee you, in about, how old is he, 15?
16.
In about 3 to 5 years, it will be way better.
Do you think he'll still be alive?
Oh, that's a you problem.
Of not any accidents of me.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. That's a you problem.
All right.
Like, that's going to be on.
You want to give a replay?
Hey,
what do you say when I said, hey, which Micah am I getting today? Where are we at?
I don't know yet. It's early.
That's exactly what he said.
Still pretty early. I'm just laying here. I don't know yet.
Hey, you going to be good to Bella or not?
Yeah, she's all right as long as she doesn't bite my ankles.
That's that dude. Pray for me.
The intentions go a long way.
Pray for me.
It'll flip for him. He'll be all right.
I can hold my breath a long time.
You got 3 to 5.
Do you remember that creep show, Shane?
Man.
What was the guy's name that played Lieutenant Drevin, and he had the TV on the beach with Ted Danson, and he buried him? And it was like the seaweed people, and he buried the white-haired guy in the beard or on the beach in Creepshow.
I got.
He
nothing.
was in it.
Yeah, and he goes, "I could hold my breath a long time." And the man and his wife that he kind of screwed over, they had like the fake seaweed. It's the Creepshow, so it's really bad. And they would like pretend gargle. I won't get you. And he's people that seen the Creep Show, they're like, damn, DB, that was spot on. You should win an academy.
I've never seen it.
I'm telling you, that's exactly how it sounds.
I believe you. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. And it was the one where the lady had the crate under the stairwell, and it was like this monster.
And Lieutenant Frank Drevin was in it?
I think that's him. Like Google.
I have no idea what you guys are
You're the
talking
worst
about.
Googler in America. But like the Creep Show.
I got Adam Emmenecker stats right in front of me.
That's fantastic. Google Creep Show Ted Danson.
Creep Show Ted. There we go.
Because that'll get you to the right episode. Yep. And then who's that dude?
That is Leslie Nielsen.
Yep. See, same dude.
Yeah, that's the Naked Gun 33 and a third or whatever.
Yeah, that's the guy that's like,
that makes sense. That sounds like something he would do.
Be the Creep Show guy?
No, like do that voice. Like that sounds like a voice Leslie Nielsen would do.
I can hold my breath. Because they buried him on the beach and waited for the tide to come in.
Yeah, I've literally.
Because that's what he did to the lady's wife, and he put it on the monitor for the guy to be tortured watching her. And she's like, the waves would wash over her face, and she's like, "Help me!" It's very
traumatic,
and it's not that I got joy from it, but it's the Creep Show, so it's not super serious. I know you're judging me. I know
I would never.
You're like, "Oh, DB, you like a slow death?" No, I don't. It was very painful to watch.
No,
but
it's about the process. You want to pick some games?
Oh, you test my resiliency.
Here's the thing that I think I landed on.
About you being an idiot? Or something different?
About me and Micah.
Why you've loved that dude from the jump? You're the same person.
One of us is going to make it the next 3 to 5 years, and one of us isn't. It's not in the cards for both of us. Like, you're a patient man. You cannot.
What was that 60 seconds not all encompassing of everything I've said?
You can't handle two of us in your life at the same time. That's just not in the cards.
Very stressful. I'm going with Channel 3, Sean. I would love if it was just Pest. If I could just call him a Pest.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should give him to Coach Hoiberg for a while.
Yeah, just hey, see what you can do.
Well, he's my son.
I'll take
hate
Sam.
to call him a Pest.
I'll take Sam. You take Micah. We'll see what happens. Let's get to the NFL game starting on Saturday. Bills and Broncos. We talked about this with B. Edwards yesterday. That number's up a little bit, just a tick to 1.5. Denver. Still too low for you?
Yeah, you're coming off a fantastic week too.
Were
you 5-1 ATS?
I went
5-2.
I ended up going 6-1 because I got the Texans too.
Oh, good for you.
The only one I missed was the Jaguars.
Wait, what's their name again?
Jaguars. Juan. Jaguars.
It's a shame Juan has to leave us after the first hour.
I know.
So.
I love Juan.
When I said that 2 months ago, you told me I was jumping the gun.
I love
premature stipulation.
I love saying Juan. We've got Bills and Broncos -1.5.
Give me the Bills, every bit of it. And if Denver wins, it will be by 1. But for all intents and purposes, give me your Buffalo Bills.
I think I'm going to go Buffalo as well.
I think you're going to be wrong.
I don't trust. I picked the same team you did, so you're going to be also wrong. You know how that works, right?
I was just speaking out of turn.
Yeah, I figured. I love it when you get off Mike Shane. She's like, oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's my favorite. Wow. No, I've never trusted the Broncos this whole time. I'm not a Bo Nix guy. I don't trust the offense. I'm a little iffy on Sean Payton. It has been almost since Adam Emenecker won Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year, since he won that famous Super Bowl. So I do think we need to take that with a grain of salt.
Roughly was that 09?
It was a year off, yeah.
Incredible.
So I'm just something to think about. I am also going to take the Bills here because I trust Josh Allen more than I trust anybody on the Broncos. 49ers, Seahawks. Seahawks are -7 at home. How we feeling?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, young Ravi. That game is...
I don't know what to do with this one at all.
I mean, it's got 27-20 written all over it.
Yeah, it really does.
Seattle's defense is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
San Fran has to possess the rock. Kittle got hurt, but then we throw to off-brand tight ends anyway.
Might get Pearsall back, which would be huge.
Yeah.
You
don't get Warner.
Don't get Warner.
Well, by the way, did he just tease you?
He didn't. It was just like, maybe.
Will they
opened the window.
They try to win one for the Gipper because he probably would play
in the championship. Yep.
So is Warner like giving them their pep talks?
Maybe, man. I don't know. Like he seems like he's pretty present with this team for not being.
I'm gonna take all 7 and play ball. Give me the Niners.
I unfortunately do not think they have enough on offense.
You know too much.
I do. This is going to be the game I feel the least confident about because it's the 49ers. Yeah. I got to take the Seahawks, though. I just don't think the 49ers have enough on offense to get it done. On Sundays.
They don't have to win.
I know. I think 7 is the right number, by the way. I think you're right. 27-20 feels like the right score here. But I'm going to lean Seahawks. I don't trust the 49ers offense. I'm probably seeing too much of what I saw in week 17. Like that was a really bad showing for them. So that's probably sticking in my craw a little bit, but
we're just going to use that now.
I know it's
shout out to you.
I'm not going to say sand though. There's no sand in my craw ever.
Never know.
Patriot. You're right. I don't know. I'm not a big beach guy though. Patriots and Texans. The Pats are 3-point favorites. What do we have?
Give me Matt DeMarinis, a little Chubb, a little Woody Marks, a little ground game. Will Anderson and company will make it absolutely miserable for one. Drake, January, February, March, April, May.
Okay.
I'll take the Texans.
That defense is scary. I just feel I'm going to go Patriots here.
Can't give me the home team off a week of rest on a key number. I'm playing the line, not the matchup.
Fair. I'm playing the matchup.
Give me Whitney.
Okay. I'm going to take
and not Marcellus.
You big Marcellus Whitney guy?
Whitney Marcellus. Just the
opposite. Whitney Merciless.
Yes.
From Illinois.
Correct.
Illinois great, yeah.
Not Wiley, because I know you're thinking, like, well, you said Marcellus, and you get into the weeds about my pronunciation, but
your finger okay? You
yeah, I just wanted you to see my cuticle.
Oh, yeah, you got to be careful there. You got to take care of those.
Give me the Texans.
I'm going to take the Patriots on that one.
Of course you will.
Bears and Rams, the nightcap on Sunday. Rams are 3.5-point favorites. It's at Chicago.
Wilbur Marshall and company against E. Dick. I'm going.
I don't think either of those guys are playing.
I'll take Marshall.
Big 1985 guy?
We are?
I do like the 85 Bears, yes.
Of course you do. Lions fan, Raiders fan, gotta love the 85 Bears.
Yeah, like.
The defense was awesome.
Red Wings, Avs.
It was fun to watch. It was on every week. Madden and Summerall every week, except for maybe the first two.
What are we talking about, man?
Wait. What's Madden's partner's last name?
Pat Summerall.
Didn't sound like that's what he said. I will take 3 in the
Bears way better than the Rams.
Said no one ever. The number's right. This is Run DMC. It's tricky.
If it the being in Chicago like is a
what difference does it make?
If I looked at this, I would have said
because Matt Stafford as a Detroit Lion is unaccustomed to playing in Chicago.
No, I'm saying from the team standpoint, if I'm looking at Rams Bears straight up, I probably would have gone 5.5 Rams.
Think the number's too light.
Yeah,
begging you to take Los Angeles.
Well, I think they're baking in Chicago,
or San Diego, or who are the Rams again?
Somewhere in California.
One of those teams.
I'm gonna stick with St. Louis.
Everybody that's not San Francisco.
I think they're baking in Chicago into the line. That's why I brought up home field here. Because if this is in LA, it's at least 5.5. I think.
Yeah, I've just seen this Caleb Williams before. He feels good about himself. He is like, I'm gonna take the Bears.
Are you?
He said, "Are you?"
I don't feel good about this one either way. I really don't. Like, I don't have a good sense. I'm
gonna take the Bears.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna trust McVay and Stafford over Johnson.
Dude, I'm a big road dog Jesse James guy. The only fave I took was basically a pick'em in Buffalo.
Yeah,
and they're not. Is it +1?
Yeah, they're dogs.
Yeah, I'm dogs across the board. Let them bark.
All right, I'm taking the Rams here. I just think they're better.
So we are opposite day on the Pats.
Everything except Bills. We're on the opposite of everything except for the Bills.
Wow.
We both have the Bills. I've got the Seahawks. You've got the Texans. I've got the Patriots. You've got the Bears. I got the Rams.
All right. You want lock of the day?
What do we got?
As an extra bonus?
Lock it up.
We're going to lock it up.
It's DB's Warhorse Lock of the Week.
KU laying the 7, hosting your Waco Baylor Bears tonight.
There you go.
Lock it up. Give me the Rock Chalk minus the 7.
Rock Chalk, lock it up.
Kind of rhymes.
Getting close. As much as Rock Chalk Jayhawk does.
Yeah.
There you go. Rock Chalk, lock it up. That is Bet On It. Brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook. Best place in Nebraska. Place your sports bets. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla.
Can I ask one more question?
Absolutely. Always.
You're on the Budweiser.
Mm-hmm.
No, Modelo.
Okay.
No, let's go Stella. You're on the Stella hot seat.
Okay. The Artois.
Correct.
Yeah.
ARTOIS. Creighton on the road against Friar Tuck.
Do we have
just one? Just one. Creighton is a 1-point favorite.
Give me the Jays.
Scared man can't win. Give me Creighton also.
Give me the Jays. That's Hurrdat Sports Live. We'll be back on Monday.